Welcome, welcome. Y'all know what it is. We got a special Big Fish podcast for y'all today. We're doing a quick interview with one of the dopest entrepreneurs. Welcome, welcome. Y'all know what it is. We got a special Big Fish podcast for y'all today. We're doing a quick interview with one of the dopest entrepreneurs in Miami. Yes, you're looking at him right here. Michael, tell him a little bit. Michael, you pronounce it.
Michael Rafelowitz.
Michael Rafello, pronounce it again.
Rafelowitz.
Rafelowitz. Michael Rafelowitz. I'm telling y'all right now, young Michael has a mind of an entrepreneur that is seasoned. Really, he's giving me game. He's giving me game on real estate. He has his own car washing business. He just serviced my car. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I've been impressed with him since I met him. Tell me a little bit about Miami, your life. You're the school president. Give us a little, give the people a little bit of info on you.
Michael Rafelowitz, young entrepreneur. I've been washing cars for 2 years. And yeah, been out here in Miami 3.5 years. Love it here.
Where are you from?
New York.
New York. You like Miami better?
Yeah.
What do you like about Miami better?
Well, better weather, more people, you know.
One of the things I love about Miami is, like, look around. All of this is inspiration.
Yeah.
Like, you see the beautiful palm trees, the well-landscaped homes. We got Khaled down the street, right?
Yeah.
You got DJ Khaled living down the street. Like, this is all inspiration. You see beautiful cars, beautiful people, beautiful weather. And then, obviously, the main thing that you got to do down here is make enough money to afford
here,
it.
yeah.
So, like I said, you're 12 now?
12.
12 years old, so now I gotta ask you some questions. What's the most amount of money that you've made in a week of washing cars?
It's been more than just washing cars. I don't know if you should believe upwards to 1,000.
What else do you do then?
I sports cards I used to sell, not anymore.
Sports cards.
I clean house windows, I used to.
What's up? What's up? You see how Michael is? He got the whole team. He's got his big brother here. He's got a couple friends. You guys know about Michael's business, right? All his businesses. What do y'all? Matter of fact, let me ask y'all. How long has he been like this?
Since I knew him.
Since you knew him?
Yeah, I knew him for 7 years.
All right, so let me ask you, what drove you to want to even get into business? Most 12-year-olds, I don't know, want to play video games, hang out with their friends. I don't know. What do 12-year-olds do nowadays? I don't know. Go on YouTube, TikTok all day.
Yeah.
What makes you
Different.
different? He doesn't even have an Instagram. But what drives you to want to get into business and entrepreneurship?
I enjoy it. It's like a hobby for me, and I enjoy making money.
Which do you enjoy more, I should say? The grind and the hustle, or what it brings you at the end? Well, not just the money, but what the money can provide you as far as a lifestyle.
I mean, I don't really spend. It depends. I like building connections because when I do a car wash, I get to know the person. It's good for if I ever want to start a real business. I know people. And also the money. It keeps me going.
I think that's a very mature response, but you do have a real business right now.
Yeah.
This is a real business, and the reason why I'm telling you it's a real business because one of the things that I'm learning still at 37 that he has already picked up is the ability to connect people that you have.
Yeah.
What I just noticed that you just did is while I'm getting my car washed, he said, "Hey, do you know anybody else in the area that may need their car washed?" So I thought of a couple people, told him. I said, "I'll reach out to him." What'd you tell me?
I don't remember.
You said FaceTime him. Can you
FaceTime,
call him now? Can you show him my work? He told me to FaceTime him now.
And you get things done.
You get things done now. If I would have waited till later, may not have had the same effect. If he would have waited till later for even asking me like if is there any other people, he may not have got the answer right then and there. Now I'm working for him. I'm marketing because I want to support his business because he did such a great job on my car. So that's one of the things that I'm continuing to learn. I feel like I got to keep learning from all different ages. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I like learning from people. And who would you say is your biggest inspiration?
Myself.
Oh, okay. Tell me more.
I just want to be the best version of myself, and I look forward to seeing me get bigger and bigger every day.
Wow. Yes, sir. Oh, I gotta turn that down a little bit. All troopers. Yeah. Hopefully, and I know I got to play around with the video in the beginning a little bit. I had something running. Oh, I had something running a little bit with a lot of memory in the background. I'm transferring all my videos from my phone to my hard drive. So it's been going for like 2 days. So I was wondering, I'm like, yo, why is this skipping? Why does it keep skipping? So that's the reason why it was skipping. Hopefully we don't have any more issues. I just got a new port. So therefore we don't have to rely on the Wi-Fi when I forget my converter. We can go straight Ethernet. But yeah, happy Sunday. Happy weekend coming to an end. Sundays are dope, right? Sunday evenings are dope. Turn this down a little bit. Sunday evenings are dope, man. Sunday evenings are dope. It's another time to, it's like a Friday, a day to reflect on the weekend. What are the things that we accomplished on our weekend? Did we get as much rest as we wanted to? Did we go see those people that we wanted to? Did we enjoy ourselves as much as we wanted to? So, and then obviously this should be around the time where we're starting to, or maybe already planned to have this next week be, or this week that we're currently in, starting on it today, I should say. But y'all know how it is, what I mean when the work week. So I guess y'all know what we do on Sundays and Mondays. We set out to make this our greatest week ever. Shout out to Bubby in the building. Good evening. We got a few people on. So we got Amir and Ed. They'll be jumping on later. So you guys will get me for a little bit, them for a little bit, all of us for a little bit. We'll figure that out as we go. And as always, as you're joining, please make sure that you're liking for the algorithm. That's going to help boost the algorithm. That is going to help get as many different people in the building as possible, sharing as many different perspectives. Y'all know what we aim to do: share perspectives and build and learn and grow. So we got a lot today. A little bit different than the regular shows, as y'all saw last week for the first time that we did the Soul Food Sundays. A little bit more relaxed. That's why I got the hoodie on. A little bit more relaxed, more chill. Not necessarily talking all politics, weaving some other stuff in there as well. But we got some funny stuff. We got some funny videos, some funny icebreakers to tap into with y'all. We're just going to kind of go all over the place. Be prepared to just get videos all over the place. Hold on. Why did this last video not save? All right, hold on. So I'm going to show y'all. Oh, we got a few of these interesting videos. But there's one that I wanted to show y'all. It's this dude from ICE. We got to talk ICE. And if I can find this, oh my God, how did I not? Oh, here it is. Whew. I'm like, yo, the whole time because I wanted to stick to the script. This was my icebreaker. You see how I did that? ICE, guy with the ice jacket on. This is going to be the icebreaker. I kind of just put that together just now. I didn't even peep it at first, but I was going to act like I planned it all along. But the point is, this was the video that I was trying to start off with. iRock in the building. Shout out to iRock in the building. Matter of fact, hold on. I just realized something. Give me a second. Matter of fact, as I'm playing this next video for y'all, I did not share it with the group chat. Hold on. I didn't share it with my group chat. So I got to share it to my group chat. Matter of fact, y'all do me a favor. Hold on. We're going to do this together. Y'all do me a favor. Click on that copy button. Click on that copy. Yes. I'm asking y'all to do me a favor. Looks like is this thing frozen? Oh, no, here it goes. All right. So go to the copy button, copy that link, go to your group chat, send it in the group chat. let them know we're having a cool little convo that they can join in on if they're interested. If not, then they don't have to. But that is the entry fee for today. The entry fee for today is to just simply post this on your not even post it on your page, but just send it in a group chat. You could send it to one person, you could send it to two people, you could send it to a bunch of people. Doesn't really matter. We just want to put it out there. Like I said, it's more fun when we have more people touching down and engaging in the convo. All right. So in the meantime, let me play this icebreaker for you guys. Samantha, how's it going, Samantha? Let me play this icebreaker for you. Yo, and I feel like I got to say this today a lot. I'm going to be all over the place today. The videos that I show do not represent my opinion on things. It's just funny videos. Some of them may be offensive. I don't know. I really don't know, because what's funny to me may be offensive to somebody else and vice versa. However, relax a little bit. We just gonna enjoy it, laugh a little bit. It's Sunday this is Soul Food Sundays. So imagine you sitting down having family dinner. Of course, some people are gonna say things that are inappropriate. Hey, come on now. I shouldn't even have to do this with y'all. I know I don't, but let's get into it. Y'all see the soul food background. All right, listen, watch this clip, yo. Watch this clip and tell me this isn't the funniest thing you've seen all day.
Do you actually work for ICE?
No, not at all. Nope.
Explain the outfit.
It's $29.99 on Amazon. I would recommend buying.
Wait. Hold on. Nah, this isn't the funny one. Hold on. No. All joking aside. Nah, this one. All right. Yo, just chill, man. Shit. I don't know where to go on this one. I just remembered what it was. That's why it took me a while to go through it, because I wasn't sure about this. Let's just play it. Come on, man. Damn.
Do you actually work for ICE?
No, not at all. Nope.
Explain the outfit.
It's $29.99 on Amazon. I would recommend buying a small if you're my size. This one's a little too loose for my liking. But yeah, if you want some entertainment, wear this and go to a Home Depot in a sanctuary city like where I live right now, Washington, D.C., and you'll see all the illegals. Not all of them, but you can maybe see a lot of them start to run away, and you feel like a group fitness instructor. It's really good.
And you actually think that's funny?
I think it's hilarious. Absolutely.
That part's
What's not funny is them illegally.
There you have it, everybody. One of the worst people I've seen here at CPAC, and that's saying something. Appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Super inappropriate joke. Comedy is what it is. I don't know what to say. But I saw that. That wasn't the video that I was actually talking about. I swear, I promise y'all. I promise you. I'll keep it. Y'all give me the benefit of the doubt. I forgot that it was going that direction. Yeah, but it is what it is, man. Sometimes we're gonna make black jokes, we're gonna make migrant jokes, we're gonna make white jokes. Like nothing's off the table. It's Soul Food Sundays. Come on, man. And nobody want to comment on that one. Nobody wants to comment on that one. All right, I was about to say, y'all leaving me out here. Y'all leaving me out here to fight these people. I was about to say, they gonna leave me out there like that? They gonna have me the only one? Yo, sometimes the jokes are a little offensive. Clearly, this man is at CPAC. I don't think he really is going to Home Depots or whatever else. It is what it is, yo. At a certain point, we got to be able to laugh at some stuff. Now, I do recognize that obviously that's going to be sensitive to some people, but a lot of the stuff that people laugh at are sensitive to certain groups of people. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I don't know what to tell y'all. Yo, Samantha, hold up, Samantha. Y'all see, y'all got me. Oh man. All right. What's up, Shy? Oh man. Yo, it's just funny how he presents it. Like a size small. I'd recommend you getting a size small. This one's a little, and then the dude gets so offended. The super liberal, you could tell he's a super liberal. He's got his what's the name on? He's got his costume on. See, Bez, all right, Bez. I've never been more happy to see Bez in my life, man. Don't take it personal. That's all it is, man. It's just jokes. All right, where do we go from there? All right, where do we go from there? Speaking of, we're gonna go to not as funny. But this is an interesting one because we talk about DEI a lot. And this situation came up, and I'm not sure that a lot of people were looking at it the same way that we be looking at it from a normal DEI eyes. This is maybe showing the downside of a lot of the DEI. I wouldn't even say the DEI qualifications or the DEI process, I should say, as far as picking students when it comes to high schoolers applying for college. So this one was an interesting story because it was a teen genius. All right, a teen genius. This young boy scored he had a 4.4 GPA and had a 1590 on his SAT score. And shout out to somebody I just saw in West Orange. I think they had a perfect score. I just saw it on Instagram. But this young man had a 4.4 GPA. Y'all got me out of breath laughing, trying to 4.4 GPA, 1590 SAT score, who was hired straight out of high school by Google for a PhD level software engineer position. And he was rejected by 16 out of the 18 colleges, including 5 UC schools: Berkeley, Davis, UCLA, UCSD, and UCSB. Think about that. So now he's suing. Now he's suing for racial discrimination against highly qualified Asian American candidates. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. And the fact that he's suing, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. If I had a 4.4 GPA and a 1590 on my SAT score, and that's the 2 parts, not the third parts for some of y'all. I know right after our year, I feel like they started doing those adding in the essay or something else that they started doing to where the score was like, I think, a 2400. This is the 2. So he damn near had a perfect score on his SAT, 4.4 GPA, and was rejected by 16 out of 18 colleges. That's crazy. That's crazy. But maybe people aren't feeling got what he deserves. I don't know. I just don't see us approaching this with the same energy that we would, let's say, if it was somebody of African descent, African American.
For statistics, a Palo Alto teen hired straight out of high school by Google as a PhD-level software engineer, yet he was rejected by most colleges he applied to, including 5 UC campuses, even with a 4.4 GPA and a 1590 out of 1600 on the SATs.
Some of them were certainly expected, Stanford, MIT, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, for some of them, like Cal Poly, some of the state schools, I really thought, I had a good chance.
His name? Stanley Jong, and he and his father just filed a lawsuit against the University of California and the U.S. Department of Education. The Jongs allege that UC is engaging in racial discrimination in admissions despite the law banning the use of race in the process. I want to show the UC statement to us when we inquire. They call these lawsuits meritless, and they also say the UC undergraduate admissions application collects students' race and ethnicity for statistical purposes only. The information is not shared with application reviewers and is not used for admission. Some people might look at this and say, look, Stanley is working at Google, making good money with a dream job that top university graduates aspire to. Why does he want to be a part of this? And for you, some critics might be, why are you not letting this go?
All right, so basically while I was muted, I had to blow my nose, my fault. But while I was muted, I was asking, like, is this something that y'all really care about? Is this something that y'all really care about? Do y'all think that it's fair for a kid who has a 4.4 GPA, who has a 1590 SAT score, or do we not care what's fair? Has merit completely gone out the I don't know. Is merit no longer in the equation when it comes to us deciding who's rewarded with what opportunities? A lot of people may say, nah, I don't want to hear about it. They complained about it. But I just from me, my personal standpoint, when it's a merit-based situation and you overly qualify, in my opinion, for a lot of these schools, what you bring to the table in merits with your GPA, with your SAT score. Now, I know they factor in other stuff as well. You should not be denied from 16 out of 18 schools. I don't care what schools you're applying to, in my opinion. Like, I just couldn't see that. If I had that and I got denied from 16 out of 18 schools, but I don't know. But they asked the parents, he already got this internship, or not even an internship. He already got hired by Google. Why are you guys still pushing this issue? Because I believe it happened not last year, I think the year before. But let's hear them out.
There's a bigger story here. First of all, I think the story is bigger than Stanley himself and bigger than myself for sure. And what we're trying to get out of this is a fair treatment of Asian applicants going forward, including my other kids and my future grandkids.
Okay, so Maya brought up an interesting point. So Maya wrote, to be fair, I applied to 8 schools. The only one I got denied from was my safety, a state school. I was told that's because they didn't think I would actually go there based off my profile. Let me ask you this. Who's they? Who you said you were told, like who were you told that by? That would be my question that comes up. And then, was it your safety school? Because, like, I'm assuming that your safety school is one that you would typically get into based on the merits, or was it just a safety school as far as, oh, I knew I wasn't going to go in this particular location of the country, so therefore I just, that was my safety school. You kind of understand what I'm saying? Like, just because it's a safety school doesn't mean that it's a shoo-in for you to get into. That's just a school that's last on your priority list. Oh, so the admissions office told you. Now, I'm assuming you mean your high school admission. So your prep school admission office told you that they probably wouldn't accept you. Is this really how this goes? All right, so Maya wrote, this could easily be what happened to him because he was overly qualified. They don't want to have him take a spot that could go to someone who would actually go there. Nah. If this is how they're doing it, nah, I'm not with it. This makes no sense to me. This makes no sense to me. And I get, so let me ask y'all this. I feel like I get why it may make sense for them to do that, but how do they know that? How do they know that your state school isn't the one that they can get the most financial aid from? Because the other schools that you applied for, they're not offering you financial aid. They're out of state. You wouldn't have the same discount just by going there. So therefore, you get turned down by your state school and then accepted by the other ones. That's crazy to me, just because of what? And you know what I think it's about? You know what I think it's about? They want to send out as many different, like those letters, those letters. They want to send out, or I don't know, like in my mind, where it goes is that they want as many people, kids, opening letters that are saying nice things, or they're saying that they were accepted. Because if the kids open a letter from this particular school that they were accepted by, then it's kind of like a proud moment or something. I just doesn't make any sense to me compared to the kid that they think that is going to get into all of their other schools. So they're saying that they're not going to, I don't know. This doesn't make any sense to me. This doesn't make any sense to me. And in the grand scheme of things, when it comes to this DEI, I'm pretty sure. Can you imagine this? They are not getting into schools. You got these Asian Americans like this gentleman. And we know that it's true because we know that the average score that it takes for an Asian American to get into Harvard, we know that that's a lot higher than white kids as well as black kids. So here you have this situation where Asian kids, because they are superior when it comes to these areas that we're using to gauge them on, whether it's GPA or SAT, let's just be real. Clearly, they are superior when it comes to the academics. So they are getting penalized for being smarter. Meanwhile, other people are given things that they did not necessarily deserve, where you wouldn't say that they are overly qualified. If anything, you would say that they're underqualified, but they're getting rewarded. Is that not participation trophy at its finest? Like, that's even worse in my opinion, because instead of you giving everybody a trophy, you're actually not giving the kids who actually deserve the trophy and giving it to somebody else. I don't know. Hold on. Let me read some more of these comments, because maybe I'm not educated on this enough. I wouldn't have ever gone there unless I was denied to all my other choices. So let's say that you were denied to your other choices. Now you can't even go to the state school. That was the point that I was making earlier. I believe Lawrenceville follows up with schools to find out why they deny students, especially when it's a safety. I like that. That's a great thing that Lawrenceville does. Great thing that Lawrenceville does. If I was a school, I would want to know why they're not accepting certain kids that are applying for my school. And I would want to know why the kids that did get accepted, that, we may not have thought that we may have thought it was a Hail Mary and they got accepted. I want to know why that as well. Hold on. I think we got a couple joining. So we got Amir joining now. All right. He'll be on in a sec. They want to accept people who will go. Nah, that's not how it works. I mean, you know what I sit back and think about? For a private school, I'll be totally honest. If it's a private institution, I don't care who you accept. Like, all of this stuff that I'm talking, if it's a private institution, then it doesn't matter. You can accept all white people. You could accept all black people. You could accept all Indian. You could accept all Chinese. You could accept all Jamaican. You could accept all Nigerian. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me, because that's how I see it. As a private institution, they can do whatever they want. A public school, to me, is different. Public should actually, I don't know, like, should they change the whole, like, it's almost like, to make it fair, they would have to just put it on a basis of your GPA and your SAT score, and have some type of equation and just go from there. I don't know if that's the answer, but I just don't see this as being fair. And I don't understand why people are not, I don't know, storming the Board of Education building. Like, why isn't Maxine Waters storming the UC Berkeley, the campus, and standing up for this Asian American because he was wrongfully not accepted by this school and he was overly qualified? I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. Of course, we'll move on. All right. So something that you will not see in the news a lot, something that you will not see. So there was this lady, Alice Marie Johnson. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with her, but I just found out about her story. Alice Marie Johnson was who Trump just appointed the, I believe, pardon czar. I don't know if it's something that he just made up in his own mind, but apparently this is a real thing. So take a look at this video, because I doubt you will see this on mainstream media.
So Donald Trump just pardoned a black woman, a real black woman.
I went to prison in 1996. They sentenced me to life plus 25 years as a first-time nonviolent offender.
And then he turned around and said, you're now in charge of who gets pardoned.
Alice Johnson. She spent 22 years in prison, 22 years. She had another 22 years left. Can you believe it? You've been an inspiration to people. And we're going to be listening to your recommendation on pardons. You're going to go over and she's going to be my pardon czar, okay? And you're going to find people just like you that should not have happened.
So you mean to tell me a person that's been mistreated by the justice system, really mistreated by the justice system, now gets to go look at other people who possibly have been mistreated by the same justice system and recommend them for pardons?
So my question is, where's all the celebration? Why is it, if Trump's Hitler, if he's a Nazi, if he's racist, if he's all these things, why not put this on MSNBC? Why not put this on CNN? And Amir's going to tell me why.
Because
I'll give you a sec. No, but all joking aside, when I look at a video like that, for me, I like to, in my mind, the goal of the country. I've heard a lot of people that spoken to a lot of people on the Democratic side, and they tell me that, well, even if Trump's president, he has to be president for everybody. We want this to work. We don't want to create, a culture or a landscape or all this animosity, you know what I mean, that we see from just people hating each other, with them using all the fear mongering, the hate, the divisive combo on both sides. Democrats losing their minds right now, acting like they're getting ready to go to war. If Democrats and MSNBC and CNN really wanted the people that follow them to feel at ease, to feel maybe a little bit of, well, the world's not coming to an end.
But why would they want that though?
Well, then that's what I would ask the people that continue to vote for them. Why are you voting for somebody that does not want the country to get along? Because that's what they call out Trump for being divisive, right?
Yeah.
So think about what Trump's doing right now. What Trump's doing right now, he's doing stuff, whether it's the congestion pricing, he's getting rid of that. That's something that Democrats and Republicans, I don't know which doesn't like it even more. I would actually,
that's for the people. That was for the
that's more for the people. If anything, I would almost expect more.
We could definitely 100. Well, I feel like it's also it's give and take, right? And don't spin it like I'm pro Trump or I'm pro Democrat. Like, I have my own basis. I have a political operative lens. I've been studying politics for years, so I have my own independent opinion of everything, but I am able to look at stuff with an objective lens. And I feel like the congestion pricing, for example, this was done in such a meticulous way. One, because it's for the people. Two, it benefits not just his voters, but potential voters. Three, he did it when his FBI, Kash Patel, was confirmed in the Senate for FBI director. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's not coincidental, the timing, if that makes sense.
I feel like nothing that a lot of them do is coincidental.
Oh, no, not at all. Yeah. Like, it was calculated 100%.
But to this point, I just want the people, obviously, there's people that study this stuff or people that are into politics that can be objective, that don't just go along with the Democrats are for the people, Republicans are racist. The people that are a little bit outside of that, those people can kind of see like, okay, we see what's going on. But the people that are fully engaged in that and engulfed in that, then a lot of them think that the Democrats are for the people, Republicans are racist. And if that's the case, what I'm seeing as a pattern is the Democrats are starting to show themselves as the very people and personalities that they say they hate in Trump. And one of the things that they say that they hate in Trump is his divisive nature. So my question is, if you're trying to unite the country and bring the country together, and that is above either party, then why not show something like that? Why not? Matter of fact, the NAACP awards, we may take a look at Kamala Harris's speech. Those, I believe, were either yesterday or recently. Why not highlight that? I know BET, when they did the BET Awards, they had Taraji P. Henson up there screaming like a wild animal, talking about Trump's gonna lock you up and all this other stuff. What I'm asking is, why not have that same energy towards a Black woman that Trump did something nice for and put her in a position to do that same thing to other people? That's all I'm asking.
I feel like at this specific point in time, we're at a point where we're not going to show anything. You know what I mean? Like, he is just the enemy. That whole party is just, it's the enemy. And I maybe it's just me, but I feel like what happened to having different beliefs? What happened to, it's okay, you have your opinion, I have my opinion, and we can continue moving forward? When did it become you're voting for the enemy, or like you're the enemy now? Like, when did it become these polar, like the polarization is just crazy, right? So me personally, I personally think the Democratic Party has a lot of work to do before the next election. That's just me personally. And
they good.
It's I feel like it's easier to make somebody a villain to try to unify the party versus addressing the problems that are in the party. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
let me, yeah. Okay, keep going. I'm
I was just gonna say, like, who's the front runner now? Like,
who's the leader?
Who's the leader of the Democratic Party?
Yeah,
I don't know. Joe Biden stepped. You know, he transitioned to power and everything. I ain't heard from him since. Kamala Harris, I don't know what she's doing these days. Maybe she's running for governor. Maybe she's not running for governor of California. Maybe she's running for in 2028. I don't know. But who's the? I'll give you an example. When Obama was coming up, right? Hear me out. When Obama was coming up, they were like you could play it play by play. His ascension to power saw it coming, and they supported it. The party backed them, right? Who are they backing right now like that?
See, I got a question on that. Does that show a lot about the type of candidate that the Democrats put in front of everybody, to the point where right after the election, she's completely irrelevant? Because when Trump lost, now clearly he was already president for 4 years. So but if Trump lost, or if a Republican lost, I don't know what it's been. And maybe this has been the case for a lot of people, because when I remember, like, when Mitt Romney was running, when he lost, he was irrelevant too. So I guess it's a little bit different. Now, Mitt Romney wasn't the sitting vice president, so I think that's also a little bit different.
I think.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I feel like, unfortunately, in the times we live in, it goes back to your war chest. Do you have the funds in today's current age to stay relevant? Is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Mitt Romney, I think he went back to staying in the legislation, in the legislative branch, if I'm not mistaken. I think he went back to being governor, if I'm not mistaken, and then senator or something like that.
Yeah,
like he found a way to make himself relevant and keep a war chest open, keep a super PAC, keep these things open, right?
Right.
Versus, I don't know too many people that after it went public that you spend $1 billion in 6 months.
That's tough, man. That's a bad investment. And what Maya just wrote, they need an actual agenda and a viable option. I think that's where they messed up on the most, because
100%.
they have no playbook.
100%.
So therefore, while they were criticizing Project 2025 and trying to get everybody to just run scared, and clearly it seemed like they were just trying to buy some time, where are all the Democratic thought leaders that come together and just say, hey, this is the plan? Ice Cube put together a plan. Ice Cube went and got experts on the economy, experts here and there. He came, and he, not a politician, not a career politician, obviously, he put together a plan. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why the Democrats have decided that, like, the Republicans already, a matter of fact, it would have been so much easier. The Republicans had Project 2025, right? All you had to do was they gave you okay, let's do what y'all typically do.
Bro,
go through.
The Democrats put out a Project 2026.
That's what they should have done.
The complete opposite.
And they could have compared, and they could have,
that could have been an agenda and a platform to run on. It could have been that simple.
Yeah.
It could have been that simple. High level, broad strokes, guys, for everybody listening. Broad strokes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or maybe it wouldn't. It could have. To be totally honest, they could have had a simple pamphlet. Like, because let's be real, when it comes to Project 2025, nobody's reading that. Nobody's reading that. Like,
myself and a few other people that I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody else is. It's so, I don't want to go on a tangent. I want, because I could take I want to take it somewhere, but I want to derail it before you go on.
You could take it wherever you want, baby.
Parties aside, right?
Yeah.
What happened to people actually looking up information for themselves instead of looking up sound bites on the internet? It's all of a sudden.
Hold up, but did people ever look up information?
I feel like people used to. I feel like, I'll say loosely, and maybe it was just because I was more politically aware as well. Obama's second term, Obama's first term was up to speed. Obama's second term was 100% up to speed. I could have educated debates with other people out on the street, classrooms, in the corporate world. You know, people were not taking this stuff personally, right? And I feel like people were aware of the issues that they wanted to debate. They could speak intelligently about the items that they wanted to debate. Like, we could talk about We could talk about immigration. We could talk about healthcare. We could talk about education. We could talk about taxes. There was people could intelligently speak about these things, and I feel like in the past couple of elections, they're going crazy in the chat. I feel like in the past couple of elections, nobody's doing the research anymore. It's just whatever sounds good or whatever is trending on TikTok or Instagram. Like, taxes are going up, this and this and this. Really? Where did you see that? Oh, in the bill that they're going to pass.
Mm-hmm.
Did you read the bill? Because the bill actually says the opposite.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. My fault.
No, I was just gonna say it's a crazy world we live in, man.
See, I think that what has happened is a few things. I think that we obviously consumed information. We got information differently. Like the information was different, whether it was newspapers, whether it was when the internet first came out. But what I really think happened was the journalism. Like the quote unquote journalism has completely shifted, where it has just become, and maybe this is one of the things with Trump being so polarizing. Maybe because he was so polarizing, or maybe because things were already going that way, where we had access to Twitter and information was just moving at a quicker pace, to where when you turned on your favorite news station, I feel like it was more objective, where it wasn't just trying to sell you on something, where, you turn on Joy Reid, shout out to Joy Reid, let her know that we got a spot for her at the OG Network. If things don't go right, I don't know if she's going to resign. I don't know if you heard, but her show is canceled. So I think it would be great for, her to join the team. We want diversity. You know what I'm saying? We just don't want to be forced to have it.
You put out job application. Somebody called Candace. Sister Candace.
You feel me?
I'm on here with us.
But the thing is, I think from a journalist standpoint, because they have become lazy in a lot of ways, or they have just been told to sell something rather than to be more objective. I think the news overall was more objective, where on both sides, I think it was just closer here. Now I think as this side's gotten more extreme, this side's gotten more extreme. So now the things that people are saying, and that's another reason why I think you can't have an intelligent debate with somebody without it like going left, or without it doesn't even have to go left. People just feel like it's going left, like whatever. Is because the things, as to get people to go more and more extreme, they've emotionalized things. So therefore the people are arguing stuff where it's like, here you're determining whether or not you're voting for Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton, and it's based on, oh, you don't like black people because Donald Trump. And I'm saying this as somebody who I thought everybody who voted for Donald Trump in the first time, I'm like, yo, they low-key racist, bro. Like, and I was literally thinking that. And even if it wasn't a malicious type of racism, I really thought that, like, nah, bro, he got MAGA, Make America Great Again. Like, dude is bugging. Like, this is insensitive. Like, I was really in that. Now, I still didn't vote. Now, that election, to be totally honest, I didn't vote that election because I was already so fed up with the Democrats. I said, I'm not voting Democrat this year. I said, you know what? When Trump wins, maybe they'll see that people who typically supported them no longer supported them. And maybe that will wake them up into doing something different and starting to actually deliver on the things that they say that they're doing when they're running. And then, it is what it is. But I just feel like as the news stations have gotten more and more extreme than the people, that it's like the people, when all you got to do is look at two people debate Trump versus Kamala Harris. And you can see how watered down the news stations have gotten. And I can't even say watered down. They've watered down the information and like inserted like blood. Like that's the emotional aspect of everything.
It's crazy because look at, and most people won't do this, if you look at a political debate from 2008 or Obama's first presidential debate, his the time when he ran for second time for office, look at that presidential debate, and then look at the stuff we're going through right now. These are not debates. These are like this is like kids going on stage. This is like me on stage. Like, you don't know what you're like. These are not political debates. Like, we're not talking about foreign policy. We're not talking about State Department. We're not talking about, what can we do for the states? Is it, the federal government versus states and the states' rights versus individual rights? We're not talking about none of that. We're talking about you're mean. Yo, you're mean. Oh, you should shut up. Oh, you're crazy. You can't remember what you said. Like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also to your point, I think you're 100%. You hit on the nail on the head where it's like people have lost trust in the media. Is this just the way to say it? I feel like put it out there. People lost faith in the traditional media institutions, and I feel like they trust. I mean, you know, me too. I trust TikTok more than I trust CNN. I trust TikTok versus Fox 5. You know what I mean? Like I look for updates on I wake up and look at my phone and I look for updates there versus let's go on MSNBC and see what they're reporting today. Like I don't look at that no more. You know what I mean? Because I know it's either filtered, watered, or just completely nothing to do with what actually affects my life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I look at all of them. I'm gonna be honest. Well, let me not say I look at the news stations, but I'll look at the clips because the one thing that I like about the news, and I'm right there with you, TikTok, Instagram, X, YouTube, those are my news, sources. The one thing that the news does provide, and it is a certain aspect where if they say certain things on there, now I have to go through with a filter, an emotional filter, with them trying to sell me on something. But most of the time, if they have to still live up to this type of journalistic, or I don't even know if it's an actual thing, but a code of ethics or something like that, because they can get sued. Yeah. Now, people on TikTok can get sued as well, but obviously you're a mainstream news outlet. You can get sued and people can make some very good money off of you. So from that standpoint, I perspective wise, to hear people's perspectives, I'm on social media all the time. But when I see something land on one of the mainstream news outlets, then I know I just don't trust their perspective on it. So it's a mix for me, but I'm right there with you. I cannot trust. You can't trust any of them. You can't trust any of them.
I think it just really falls back onto the individual and the emphasis of the individual self-educating. Like the time for, I'm going to turn on TV and I'm going to sit here, turn my mind off and pick up everything. That time is gone.
Yeah.
You want to know something, you want to learn something, you got to put the time and effort into it, unfortunately, is what it is. Like, you want to learn the news, you got to watch a couple different news stations, maybe go pick up a newspaper, maybe go pick up Time Magazine, Fortune Magazine, something like read and really educate yourself on the topic.
So I got a question for you.
I
got a question for all of us. It's really a question for all of us. So I was sitting here and I'm thinking about like culture and just the society that we live in. And I was sitting here wondering, I'm like, yo, which do I think impacts our culture and society more, movies or music? Random question, something we don't typically talk about. And I kind of went both ways for different reasons. I couldn't really just land on one. Music in some ways. And then I was thinking like, well, does music tell the story of what is already going on while movies make you more comfortable in like something will come out in the movie now where we'll be like, yo, that's crazy. But then it actually happens 5 years from now. So it's kind of like bracing us before it happens, where the music is more so what's happening right now. And I don't know.
Like both. I feel like it's both. A mix of both, to be honest. Not to cut you off.
No. I'm with it. The question, Go ahead.
I feel like also.
And Samantha said music, so that's two for music.
Okay, 2 for music.
And I don't know where I've gone. I'm trying. If I had to lean one way or another,
I'm gonna say both because one, music definitely weighs in heavy because you listen to music all the time. Listen, like I don't know if it was you. I think it was a conversation we had over there where it was whatever you're listening to all day. That's what you're absorbing. And if you listen to hip hop and rap and not R&B, I'm about to say R&B. If you listen to hip hop and rap and certain like this drill music and stuff like that, what's the message you're sending? Like it's very evident. And you listen to that all day. You know what I mean? Like nobody was listening to Frank Sinatra and then like, yeah, we gotta go outside. We gotta go. Let's get the mask, bro. Like nobody was saying nothing like, you know what I mean? Like,
you know what's funny that you say that is because like when I really think about like what type of music people were listening to like to get them like in the 60s when people were protesting and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I think it was more so freedom songs rather than drill. You know what I mean? It's different. You're fighting for something. Yeah.
But it falls back onto what you're putting, like what you're listening
100%.
to consciously.
You're
right?
you're casting spells that you don't even know. Like just somewhat consciously, maybe somewhat unconsciously, but you're casting spells by everything that we're saying, everything that we're listening to. We're casting spells, and I know it has an impact on me because when I'm in the gym, if I'm listening to if I got all this weight to lift, put that ignorant joint on. Put that, I need that Pooh Shiesty jerk. I need all. You know what I'm saying?
They're going the whole song. There's no words. Like the whole song.
And as I'm listening to it, I'm like, at first I'm like, all right, but then right after it's like, and that's kind of where I question things myself. Like, we all, for me, I'm not gonna say we all should question things, but I'm always questioning, like, all right, man, could I put on some Afro beats and lifted that, squatted that? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I need it. I don't know. But I feel like the movies, they're a little bit different to me. Where I think the movies, they set the tone for what's to come.
Yeah.
The music, they just get you to respond very aggressively in the now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I agree. Yeah, I agree with both.
Just because when I think of movies and stuff, now obviously some movies say what's going on right now.
But I also, for the music, that's what just came to mind was I forgot an interview. It was an interview with Meek Mill, and
yeah. That's the one,
right? And he was saying, he was like, we get a check if we talk about going with the homies, doing this and that, like doing this and that and the third, and they give us a bigger check if we mention this in the songs. That's crazy.
Yeah, I want to try to play that clip. I think I have it. I think I have that clip. Hold on. This is when he's talking about, like, what people don't understand is we get paid more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hold on. NAACP rent. This isn't. All right, so this isn't it. But yeah, I got it. I may find it, may not. But the panel was pretty much him saying, and he's acknowledging it.
Yeah.
He's acknowledging.
Oh, yeah.
Matter of fact, I got the video right here. Let me play it. Let me play so we know exactly what you're talking about. Here we go. Oh, my bad. I'm over there. Come on, baby. All right, here we go.
Where it isn't any rules, we have morals. We never lost morals, but it's ruthless in that environment. Through all that I grew up in, I still never lost my care for all types of people. I never was taught that way, not to care about all types of people, and I would never lose that. And me and people like Rob and myself, he opened doors for me to be on stages like this, because before I wasn't on stages like this. I was on rap stages rapping about, violence and guns. That we get paid to rap about that stuff. They actually pay us more when we rap about more ignorant stuff, so I make sure I even a line and come on talking on stages like this. But you guys, the NAACP.
I had to stop it there because he's talking about he evens the line, like as if he's balancing something by putting out all that music, but then coming and talking on a NAA or whatever stage this is. I don't know.
I mean, maybe in his mind, that's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, in his mind, you never know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. In his mind, I'm sure that's what he's doing. Because in your mind, what do? You justify whatever it is that you're doing to make sure that the money keeps coming in. But there's no way that any intelligent human being his age thinks that the impact that his music is making, this is going to make the same impact. In my opinion. Well, let me not say there's no, let me take it back. Let me take what I just said back. I would find it very hard to believe that Meek Mill or anybody would think that what you're getting paid millions of dollars to do in order to put out this music that you have is going to be around the same impact as something else, the stage that you're on, which I'm sure you're not getting paid millions of dollars. You get what I'm saying?
So, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I'm not familiar with this exact clip. I think I've heard a different clip, but I'm familiar with the wording of it. I think he's at the NAACP Awards or the talk. a speaking event for the NAACP. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate here.
Please.
If there was an event to have such an impact, would it not be the NAACP speaking event?
Absolutely not. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because the NAACP, and I'll play a clip right after this, doesn't control what music is being spread to, especially the Black community.
No, but if there was a speaking event, non-hip hop and rap related, that still had the biggest target market and target audience, wouldn't this be a perfect venue to go sit down at?
What venue? Describe what that venue would look like. Because I'm gonna make 2 points. One, that venue that you're discussing, it doesn't exist. But describe what it would look like. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, so what I'm taking from this clip, right? Yeah. And again, I'm playing devil's advocate here.
No, we get it. And yo, these views do not represent our mere feelings.
No, but you know what I'm saying? I'm watching this clip. I'm like, okay, is he the perfect, human being? No, none of us are perfect, right? But he's speaking at an NAACP event. A lot of people watch these events. A lot of people try to attend these events, from my understanding. And if there was an event to get notoriety, try to wash your name of all the misdeeds, it would be an event with NAACP where awards are being given out for I guess prestigious awards, right?
Yeah. Let me give you an example. This is why I respected and loved Colin Kaepernick so much. And my views have clearly, my views overall have changed a lot since Colin Kaepernick first took a knee.
Okay.
But I respect people that their biggest platform, if you asked, well, Colin Kaepernick should do that on his own time. What is he going to do it at one of his camps that he does in the summer and take a knee? You know what I'm saying? It's never going to be the same impact that it would be as at an NFL game. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So this is the same way that I look at Meeks, which is Meek. Yeah, this is, you could say that, but there's never going to be a stage. The only stage that it would be is if you put that song on your album. Now, not saying, or you felt the need to, now I'm not saying Meek could put out whatever music he wants.
Right.
I'm just talking about from the impact standpoint. If he really wanted to balance out the impact, then to me, you do it however you want. You're an artist. You know
I hear what you're saying.
But it would be balancing out the music. You can't. Yeah, nobody's looking to you. I don't know how many kids that listen to his music that may grow up in circumstances that describe the type of environment that he's talking about in his music. I don't know how many of them are going to see this.
I see what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying. But to each their own, because and like you said, he's not perfect. None of us are perfect. You know what I'm saying?
At the same time, if these labels and if these people are pushing a certain narrative, would they even let it get to the album?
And that's why I said that's who we need to have this conversation in front of.
Regardless of if he wants to do it. Let's say, for example, we don't know how many tracks he's put on in the studio that are promoting nonviolence, that are promoting going to school. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like the industry and the label, whatever those mysterious clouds and people are, if you want to call it, they would never let it get on the album. They would never let you that see the light of day. And then more to the point, would he put it on there and mess up his money? Because it's one thing to promote a message, but at the end of the day, am I going to mess up my money just to promote a message?
And I think that the cultures that decide, and Ant just came in. Let me get him in real quick. Ant, you good? I think you in. All right, so
he's in. I don't know.
To your point that you made, the cultures.
Hold on.
Yeah. Some cultures that
there we go.
Wait, time out. Dak, hold on. Why Ant got the sexy light on? Why
he got the red? I'm feeling the red, bro. Matter of fact, hold on.
No, hold on.
Nah, that's what we're doing.
What's going on here?
Yo, that's not even. Yeah, it's not even like that. I just kind of ran into the
like
whole
that,
chat. I even went to set nothing up.
Talking about you got to get the light.
I never said that. I've never said that. You lying?
Yo, he trying to get another date. He's trying to get another date in the chat. That's what
Yo, I'm about to turn the lights on.
Yo, it's not even like that. Hold up.
This is crazy.
Hold up. Let me.
And we need your input on this.
This is crazy.
We need your
What's
input
up?
on
What's
this.
up? Talk to me. How you guys
So,
doing this evening? Can you
we're
hear
doing
me?
great, bro.
Are
We're
we
doing
in?
great. We can
Y'all
hear
hear
you
me?
good, man. Everything's lovely.
All right.
So we're
Say
just
less.
talking about the impact of music on culture, movies, and now we just got to this clip. I think you've seen this clip before where Meek says that they get paid more to talk about more ignorant topics in their music. So that's why, and then he balances.
Absolutely.
So he was saying that he balances it out by doing speeches on stages like the one he's on. So, we were talking about the impact. I forget the last thing that you mentioned, Amir, that I was getting ready to respond to. I kind of forgot. But just the overall impact of his music compared to him speaking on the stage, and if that's truly balancing it out. Oh, and to your point, Amir, this is why I said earlier, which is forget saying it to a bunch of black people who he needs to sit down and say this to and call out, or have a panel of all the record executives and ask them like, yo, why are y'all paying us more money? That's what the NAACP should put pressure on. Go to those labels and say, yo, why are you paying these artists more for the more ignorant, songs that they're going to put out? And not only for the more ignorant song, well, of course, the money. But I'm saying if the NAACP really wanted to bully themselves, if they wanted to see themselves as a bully and really get something done, that's what I would do.
But I don't think it's the money.
The NAACP got
bro. It's definitely the money. They've said it's the money.
I think it's the agenda.
You think it's the agenda? Well, one and the same. But this is what I'll say. I think that it's the money. So let me ask you this. You think it's the agenda as far as keeping black people down? I have to agree with that. I definitely have to agree with that.
Absolutely. Right.
I think the individuals are incentivized to do it because of the money. I don't think necessarily these record labels.
Well, that's the tool, right?
You know what I'm saying? I don't think the people that.
Well, hold on.
Go ahead.
If you were a rapper, let's say, okay, that's the rapper now. All right. They offer you a check for 20 mil tomorrow, cash. But you got to promote that. But it's cash, 20 mil tomorrow, cash. In your hands.
And I got to promote.
What are the string attached?
But you got to promote.
That's what it is. You got to promote negativity.
Right? You might be able to resist that. There's not a lot of people.
I'm not taking that, bro.
But my point, there's not a lot of people that are going to turn down 20 mil cash that have been aspiring.
I'm gonna tell you, there are a lot of people, but they're just not black. There's a whole. I guarantee you, if you lined up 100 Jewish people, and if you said, "Hey, I got $20 million for you to talk badly about your culture, talk about killing each other, killing other Jews, and pushing a certain poison that's going to destroy your culture and your community," I bet you they would. The majority of them would be like, "Oh no." The problem is we just not used to niggas saying it. Let's be real, because I'll show you, bro, and that determines how cultures that have certain standards in their y'all gonna take me a different way. You're gonna take me a different direction with all this. And to your point, Leor Cohen, who's a record, like he runs YouTube, he was running all the record labels. That's who Kanye's always calling out. That's who Dame Dash is always calling out, a culture vulture. He went on a black radio station and said, "I don't care. Like, I got a family to feed. I'm talent over." Y'all want to see the clip?
Yeah, play that clip.
Yeah, I was about to say, he said it's
because I heard about this. I haven't seen it though.
Hold on. Let me get this clip for you. Let me get this clip. Where is it at? Leor Cohen. All right, let me share the screen. Let me share the screen.
Let me get the sexy lighting off, because apparently it's not doing nothing for me over here. Hold on. Let me see what my
really rough,
a little too dark,
particularly on women. But I think it helped change the course of the crack epidemic. I don't know what's this opioid thing, man.
But being a crackhead wasn't cool back then. Being a crackhead wasn't cool. Now they seem like they're making it cool to be drinking lean and syrup, and
it's the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. but I have to. I can't give up on people.
You don't think that's hypocritical though? You're saying the
It's
opioid problem's a problem.
opportunistic.
Yeah.
I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
I mean,
Who's Dame Dash?
would he be wrong?
You brought him up. I don't even know
What?
him. I don't even know him. So you bring
can't
him
say
his name up. I don't even know him. So
Y'all made a lot of money together.
Made a lot of.
Come on, Leo. Don't do that to him.
I don't know him. I really don't. So
That's not right.
I don't know what to tell you. I won't.
All right. So that's the clip.
Problem in that.
I mean, but who said something wrong in that?
Who said something wrong? No.
I mean, who
He
who
said
was lying?
everything right. He said everything. I was ecstatic that he said it. The issue that I got with it is the fact that we'll hear that and then act confused as to you know what I'm saying? Like we will accept that. Let me do you know I just found this out. And damn. All right, so certain things, like there's certain things that people push in this country where you know what? It is what it is. All right. Something like the porn.
Wait, what you mean? Not go ahead.
I'm saying.
All right.
Like
I'm
what?
saying.
Hold on.
Oh, okay,
Something like
okay.
something like
Yeah,
the
I
porn
thought you got
industry.
scared for a second.
Something like the porn
All right,
industry.
now
I did. I'll be totally honest with you because some of these things, when you talk about these things overall, they offend some people. But just like I'll call out black people, I got to call it out. So it is what it is. I don't know if it's true, but I heard somebody say this, that a lot of the porn companies are supposedly run by people that are Jewish. I have no idea.
It's big business.
Let me hold on. Or that they were talking about a particular porn company that was run by Jewish people. Now, I have no problem. You're doing that in America. Cool. You could run whatever industry you want. But I did not know that in Israel, which is totally separate from Jewish people. Like not all Jewish people are connected. It's something separate. Okay, boom. But it's illegal to have porn in Israel. So that to me was like, oh shoot. Like, so for one, I commend Israel for making porn illegal there because they understand how it negatively impacts people. But then you have people here that, let's say, that are engaging that in their business. And I also look at it, but you can't, and see, this is where I think Kanye gets in trouble because he puts a blanket on all Jewish people. You can't look at all Jewish people because all Jewish people are not in the porn industry. It may be a few, you get what I'm saying? But when I look at somebody like Leor Cohen, the music that he puts out on his record label, he would never allow a Jewish person to put out the type of music that he gives black people money to put out, that talks about and encourages the destruction of their people. You just wouldn't. Now, I say shame on black people for taking the money, knowing damn well what they're doing. Now, what you just said earlier is that, or I think Mir said it, most people going to take that bag of money, especially when you dangle it in front of them and they may not be able to pay their bills right now or whatever it may be.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
And it's related. Did Kendrick take a bag?
Did Kendrick take a bag?
Did Kendrick take a bag?
Yeah.
What do you mean, did he take a bag?
Did he take a bag?
Did
Do
he
you
take a
feel
bag?
that
What do you
Kendrick,
mean?
SZA, I don't know. I had this feeling that one
talking
day
about a Super
Kendrick and
Bowl?
SZA popped up. No. I mean, he's taking a lot of bags. What I'm
Yeah,
trying
I
to say
know.
is, I felt like one day Kendrick and SZA popped up with a machine behind them that I didn't see behind
That's
them
a
before.
fact. It's called Operation Kill Drake.
Right, but my thing is Operation Kill Drake is one thing, right? Forget Operation Kill Drake for a second though, because I want to talk about the machine that gave them the bag, and I want to talk about what the machine typically does and what the machine typically represents. Now, I always believe Kendrick to be, again, I don't know these people. I'm just going based off the music I listen to, and what they say in interviews, obviously. I always believed like Kendrick was someone who had a little bit of integrity with his music, was trying to like do better for his community in any way that he can. I'm not saying he wouldn't take a bag, but I like SZA, and I'm a fan of SZA. I don't believe it to be the most positive message, if that. You know what I'm saying? And I do think that Kendrick does want better for his neighborhood and his community, but I don't necessarily believe him to be some type of an activist that's saving black people. Don't get me wrong, GNX fire. I think he's prophetic. I think that he is who he is. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate his music, but I find it. How do you take the bag and not destroy your people in the process? How do you take your bag and say, listen, I'm gonna kill Drake, but I'm not gonna promote this negative message to black people?
And this is the only genre of music that does this. Like, this is the minority. The other, look at any other music artist. Look at country music. Look at any other genre of music, and they take a bag without destroying their people the way that
No. I'm not saying it's impossible. And I know I cut you off. I apologize. I just want to be specific. My question is, in hip hop, in our genre, specific to us, is it possible? And how?
You heard of La Russell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, La Russell ain't.
But I mean, like, is that it's not the same level.
But he's an independent. Or who cares if you're the same level? And this is the thing. It's like,
well,
if you
that's ignoring the money that comes with it.
Well, ignoring any money. If you're going to take a bag of money, the reason why you go to Bank of America instead of the black bank is because convenience. It's because of this, because of that. You get what I'm saying? It's because of the perks that come along with it. When you have something that has a machine behind it and big money, that's how they keep incentivizing people to hustle backwards and to put poison to their community. So if you only weigh your decision based on who has the bigger bag, you're always going to land in a position where you're going to get compromised. That just is what it is. You got to be willing to take a lesser bag or to build for a bigger bag in the future by going independent.
So what's Kendrick doing?
I don't know what Kendrick's doing. I'm not the biggest Kendrick fan, so I can't really tell you anything what Kendrick's doing. I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Kendrick promotes a message.
Kendrick to me is like a geek from the hood that leans into the hood when it benefits him and leans out of it when it does. Like, Kendrick to me is like, I don't really know. I see that. But I don't know much. I mean, you got Serena Williams Crip walking, like, to show your connection with the like, bro, like, leave the Crip stuff alone. Like, if that's what you're like, what does that represent? What does that represent? Destruction? Does it represent like something positive? I don't know. What does it represent?
I mean, I can't speak for that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Let's just be honest, man. Let's just be honest. Kendrick came at the perfect time with this Drake-Kendrick beef because black people right now just ready to hate anything that they deem as not like us. Let's just be real. It's Trump versus Kamala. We're living in a time where there's a lot of racial tensions. Like, people were just waiting. It's two things. People were just hating on Drake because Drake is just that guy. He's just that successful. And you get a guy like Kendrick who's going to appeal to your emotions pushing your blackness over. Let us hear about it, bro.
So I hear that, and I believe that, and I kind of understand the sentiment, but that would dismiss the fact that a lot of people didn't like Drake, and for good reason. Like,
bro, saying a lot of people
like,
don't
he
like
didn't care
Drake
about nobody.
Bro, let me be honest. Saying a lot of people like Drake is like,
I'm a fan of Drake. Just to be clear,
like no,
like
but this is what it's like. It's like, let's say Drake has 1 million haters, right? But let's think about a local artist that is from our town. They only have maybe 50 haters, right? But they also don't have 100 million people that love them. So it's like, of course, Drake gonna have a lot of haters, but let's not act like Drake isn't the biggest thing moving out here. Michael Jackson, Prince, that's Drake. Like, so for people to say he got a lot of haters, yeah, he got a whole lot of haters, but he also got a whole lot of people that rock with him. A whole lot more.
Yeah, but I don't know Drake. I don't think Drake would be Drake without the machine behind him that's now pushing Kendrick. Drake is still going to be a great artist. Don't get me wrong.
You bugging.
But how am I bugging?
You bugging. Drake is that, bro.
How am I bugging?
I'm gonna tell you why. You see LeBron James, how he just I don't care what team LeBron James ended up on. He's going to be Bron. LeBron James was just different. He was just different. Drake.
So I'm gonna tell you something.
Bro, are we hold on. We've never seen what Drake has done.
No, I agree, but we've never seen the machine behind anybody the way it's behind Drake either. So I'm not trying to say that Drake is not who he is. I'm trying to say that in Drake's career there were these opportune moments that he was able to capitalize on that would propel him to where he is now. I don't think the industry is where it is without Drake, and I also don't think Drake is where it is without the industry. So I think they worked in tandem until that relationship just was not beneficial for both parties. Now, mind you, the machine removing themselves from Drake is where the machine is showing its true colors, if you get what I'm saying, right? Because I do believe that they're doing what they're doing with Kendrick and whomever because Drake became too big and they can no longer control him in the way they wanted to control him. And Drake, being a part of our culture to a certain extent, did not warrant the level of control that they think that he should have. It's no different than when they tried to kill Mike, or when, you know, how they tried to keep the masses from other people. Like, that's all within, that all lines up, right? But I don't want to get too far from my point, which I guess my question originally was.
Brady and Belichick. It's Brady and Belichick. We thought it was just the system.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And then Brady went out on his own, and we realized it was Brady. Like, I
think it's too soon to say that.
And you may be right. I'm just talking about Drake from a talent perspective. Drake from a talent perspective.
Well, no, from a.
I don't.
Did you listen to Party's album?
I've never even listened to. I've never even looked at numbers. I've never looked at the numbers as far as what Drake sells. To be totally honest, I've just always loved his music until I stopped loving his music maybe about 3 years ago, and I was like, yo, this is just too childish for me. Like, it's not developing. It's not pushing growth. It's not landing me in a place where I need to land in to have a family, all that. So I stopped banging with Drake before the people stopped banging with Drake. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also going to be objective when it comes to a lot of this stuff that Drake was just that talented, bro. He was just
very curious. I'm just curious as to what party line he crossed or didn't toe that set this chain of events in motion.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
I think it was. I don't know enough, but I think it was his deal with Gamma. Right, and I think it came from his deal that he was trying to strike with Gamma. Gamma being the distribution and music network that is kind of getting in the lane of Spotify, and it doesn't really work in Universal stuff. Something along those lines. And I think that's kind of where he ticked the wrong person off. You know, Lucian, to be specific. And again, there's more information I can learn on this topic, but yeah, and I think, it was just so linear after that. Like, okay, we heard about this deal with Gamma. Right after we hear about the deal with Gamma, Drake just falls off, and now he's being attacked by Kendrick, who, by the way, I think it was groomed specifically for this. I think if you find Kendrick, I think this was always a plan. We're going to build Drake up, but we'll always have Kendrick in the top when it's time to break him down. I think that was from Kendrick's inception, and that's not to take away the talent from Kendrick. That's not to take away. I really do believe that Kendrick is more theater than rapper.
You think Kendrick, this situation is impacting? You think it's going to impact Drake?
I think it's impacting.
Kendrick is tearing Drake out? You think it's tearing?
No, I think no.
It's impacting Drake's ego.
Yeah,
I think it's impacting Drake's ego.
100%.
But I don't.
What do you mean?
Like,
don't forget, Kendrick. These are both talented artists, right? Kendrick is known nationally. Drake is known.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Kendrick is known nationally.
No, that's not true. That's not true anymore.
You're right.
After the Super Bowl,
hold on.
After the Super Bowl, that's an international artist at that point.
No.
Kendrick, they're not bumping Kendrick music in Texas.
They're not bumping
in Japan. They are jumping. They are. Kendrick.
But there's no, bro. Again, and I'm not taking sides because I know whose sides I want. But
yeah,
Drake produced the last season of Top Boy in the UK and London. Like, that boy is
Hear me out.
It's all over Europe. I don't know.
You're missing what I'm saying.
Tour.
You're missing what I'm saying, right?
We heard you. You said you think that Kendrick was designed, planted, to eventually be that checks and balance system to Drake. I get what you're saying.
Yes, but here's the part of the checks and balances. I'm not arguing that Drake is a bigger artist. Drake is the biggest artist the world has ever seen. I'm not taking that away from him. I'm saying the machine helped put that in place. What I'm trying to tell you right now is if the machine can take down the biggest artist the world has ever seen, and Drake was saying this, they say, yo, they're not pushing the button on my music anymore. I'm not getting as many spins. They're stifling my music. He said this. He came out and he said all this. And they're pushing Kendrick's music, right? This is no different than when Kanye came up and Kanye was like, yo, I need to drop my album Vultures 3 times to keep it at the #1 spot. Because what happens, I drop it at #1, it gets #1, and then they immediately dump everything and drop it again. And he's like, yo, every time I re-release it, it has to go through the system. What I'm trying to say is they no longer need a Drake. And they will never make another one. And they've shown you, yo, we've made one Drake. We use Kendrick. Kendrick will Kendrick will never be as big as Drake. I don't know who would ever be as big as Drake ever again. But my point to that is they made Drake who he was because with Drake's growth, so did Universal grow. So did the industry grow. And when they got to a point, right, where it's like us versus Drake, we don't need another Drake. Because here's the beautiful thing about that, right? As from an industry perspective, we are. But Dad, let me ask you something. Wait, hold on.
Let me stay on this point. Let me stick to this point real quick. Let me stick to this point. Drake is just showing this is what naturally happens. This is why the Republicans, the people that are worried about Trump getting the most amount of power. It's the people that are on his side, the people that are sucking up to him in the Republican Party. They're more worried about Trump being bigger than the Republican Party than even Democrats are. And it happens on any business, any team. You get a guy like Drake. You get a guy like Drake who eventually grows and he gets to a point where he's so big. Now, from a universal standpoint, from the business standpoint, your job is to now figure out, well, how can we entice Drake to stay here rather than going out on his own and doing something independently? So therefore, you're always playing your hand. Go ahead, cut me off. Go ahead.
I did cut you off. My bad.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
But I think you're wrong there.
Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong.
I think they never want to see another artist the big as Drake again.
Who said anything about that?
You said that they wanted to build him Drake up. They wanted to keep him, right?
No, their job. What I'm saying is, you want to make as much money off of Drake as you possibly can if you're Universal, right? And you eventually get to a point where every artist goes through this, where they make as much money because they go with it. Floyd Mayweather went through it. Floyd Mayweather, you make whoever your promoter is a whole lot of money until Floyd gets to the point where he's like, hold up, I could do a lot of this on my own. Now that promoter company that you used to work with, they have to figure out a way to keep you, to incentivize you, to make it not worth your while to go out and do something of your own. They have to do that. Now
they already did that though.
The bigger, that's what I'm saying is happening. The bigger Drake gets,
okay.
Now they get to a position where it's like, okay, Drake is on his way out. He's probably going to leave us soon. What's the best thing that we can do now is promote this other artist that we have in our stable and use Drake to get this other artist as big as possible. So they got their beef. Now Kendrick is at the climax of where Kendrick can get. Kendrick can never get any bigger. The only way he could get this big is if he's battling with the Drake. Because like you said earlier, you said they know him out in Japan and Tokyo, all this stuff. They didn't know Kendrick out there before this.
Yeah, that's new.
That's what I'm saying. So they needed Drake to now get their other artist because they know they're going to lose Drake already. So now they get Kendrick to get as big as possible. So where now they're in this dispute with Drake. So now they're cutting their losses. They're hedging their bets. They know Drake is already out of there anyway. It's like when a basketball player is going to become a free agent. If I don't think that he's going to sign to my team, then I may want to trade him early. If I don't think he's going to re-sign, why not trade him and get something in return for him while I still can, rather than him going to free agency and him going to whatever team that he goes to and me not getting anything in return? That's how I see
it. I kind of understand that, and I kind of see that too. But I think my perspective is just a little bit different, right? I see it as this was always their plan. They knew how big Drake was. They knew what he meant. They knew what they could do with him. So what they decided to do over the last, let's just focus on the last 10 years of his career, right? Because who else has had a career that extended as far as Drake's in that fashion, right? How often in the last, not even 10 years, the last 5-7 years, have you seen Drake partner up with some other big acts internationally? You know, or even on a national stage, SZA, like that was Drake's thing. They would send Drake out to discover new artists or find artists that are budding and then turn them into something that Universal could then capitalize on, right?
Facts.
And you do that enough times, you can bring in enough revenue to replace whatever it was you were getting from Drake. So that in this instance, you don't need another Drake. You don't even need another Kendrick because we got SZA. We got this one. We got, the fastest way to $1 million we know is multiple streams of income. If Drake is your biggest moneymaker, but I got, let's just say Drake is a moneymaker level number 10, right? But I got like 6 8s over here. You can keep that 110. Matter of fact, let me destroy you as much as I can before I release you from this contract. Now, what we need to see Drake do, I mean, on paper or the one
who's the
we know
richest man
about,
in the world?
or
But I feel like,
on paper?
Who's the richest man in the world?
On paper, we talking about Elon?
Elon.
Or you talking
Elon
about
ain't got multiple. He got
Saudi
Tesla.
money.
I'm talking about Drake is Tesla. Drake is Tesla. So
No,
you
no,
can,
but
you
that
can
would
say,
that would
you can say
Elon has
bro,
multiple,
but
bro.
but listen to what I'm saying. What is Tesla the percentage of Elon Musk worth? What do you think Tesla is the percentage of his worth?
No, I think it's a large bulk. I'm not.
Okay,
I'm not
so
doubting
hold,
that.
so
What
just
I'm
hear me
trying
out.
to
What I'm
say
saying, just hear me out. But to your point that
my
you're
bad.
saying, multiple streams of income, yeah, all that makes sense until you have a whale like Drake. I don't care what multiple artists you get all of them together, they're not great. However, you can control them easier.
I get that. Yeah, but
That's all I'm
they
saying.
can't control Drake.
No, you can control them easier.
Drake
And to
is
your
already
point-
on his way out.
And to your point, the worst thing that they could see is what Kanye West is doing right now. They tried to take all Kanye's deals and realized, and he ran it up even more independently. He figured it out. He was probably the first artist who figured out the machine was rocking with me, whatever, in different areas. You talk about clothing. You talk about Kanye has figured it out how to become a billionaire without any help. Without mainstream help like he got in the past. That's what I'm saying.
Right. I think the first time I saw that in music was Russell. I don't know if you know Russell. He's more like he's rap R&B-esque, like Midwest, but like he did it independent and he grew it organically, right? And it turned into such a large thing that it's hard to. He would never sign a label. There's nothing you can put in front of him that would make it. And he's not a person that's well known in this industry. Like if you know Russell, you know Russell. If you don't know Russell, you've never heard Russell.
Mm-hmm.
But he is someone that you should check out, right? Now, and I don't mean like sonically. I just mean his business model. Man, the point I was really just trying to get home is they can't control Drake. They know they can't keep Drake. So let me destroy his legacy as much as possible before I get him out this door.
Facts.
And that's all I'm trying to say is, what if Drake is who we believe him to be? Then yeah, he's gonna have to show that over the next chapter of his life, right? Like that's gonna be his proving ground. But we haven't seen it yet. All we've seen is Drake with the machine.
I feel like, and not to interrupt you, I feel like y'all saying the similar things, and Zach, you had hit it on the head before. I think it could be all this, and again, I could be, all our opinions could be right, could be wrong. I personally just feel like, and to what you were saying, this principle that Dak was talking about earlier, business, streets, corporate, nobody's bigger than the program, is what it comes down to. Regardless of who you are, nobody's bigger than the program. And once you think you're bigger than the program, no matter how much money this or that, because there's some examples we could go through on this call that situations happen to. But once you think you're bigger than the program, that's when you got to get humbled. And I think, and to your point, that's just what's happening now.
Donald Trump and Kanye were bigger than the program.
Donald Trump and Kanye. But I mean, the thing is, were they a part of the program? And that's all I'm trying to say. Because if we talk about Russell,
they may
Russell
have
is
been a
not
part
a
of
part
it,
of the.
but they were the one. I don't. I mean, didn't Kanye get kicked out of the program?
I think Kanye
definitely got
because now.
So if he got kicked out of the program and he just ran up 2.27 billion without or whatever he's at now.
That's TBD. Because
Trump. Trump, another one.
That's
Trump,
speculation. That's
the
speculation. I need to
Republicans-
see Kanye's numbers in paper.
Yeah, I need to see the actual evaluation. I need to see.
I need to see the facts. I need to see the facts on that one because
Donald Trump.
I don't. Not that I doubt him. I just don't believe him.
Donald Trump. They done try to even take a shot at him. The program. Donald Trump ate the bullet. You feel me?
Wait, you got we moved
gassing,
very far from my question. That was funny. We
What's your
moved
question?
very
What's your
far
question?
from my question was, can you be a part of the machine and still serve us?
Absolutely.
With the check and the bag.
I
again,
don't see why
I think
you can't.
and that you said that, and you said that, and then you brought up who'd you bring up? LaRussell?
No, well, LaRussell's not part of the machine. If I was,
who'd you bring up?
That's who I brought up, LaRussell. That's who I brought up. Now, do I think that you can be part of the machine? And yeah, I just don't think that you're going to be pushed as much. I don't think you're going to be pushed as much. There's plenty of there's other conscious artists. I don't know if Lauryn Hill was ever part of the machine. Was that first album part of the machine? Was you look
Columbia
at J. Cole,
Records?
look at some of J. Cole's stuff. Talib Kweli. I mean, I feel like I don't know if obviously these people are not like big as, but I still feel like they have deals, where they can get signed. They're just not going to get pushed because people don't want to hear that.
When I say the machine, and maybe we need to define what the machine is.
Yeah, what's the machine? I thought you meant record label.
Right. No, because I don't think every record, I don't think like true TDE is part of the machine. I don't think that. So when I say the machine, I think honestly a perfect example is Lucian and Universal, right? And I'm not saying it's restricted to just Lucian and Universal, but I think that's a perfect example because I believe the machine to be. The way my perspective on the machine is this: there's an entity that exists that will seek out extreme talent and influence, and that is not restricted to music. That is something in products, entertainment, news. And when they find you and you have influence and they say, yo, I see you have 10 million followers. I can get you to 100 million. It's going to cost you this. Once in a while, mention drug use. Once in a while, sell this. When we give you a phone call, we need you to drop an album in relation to this topic. And I don't know if that's how it works exactly.
I was going to ask you.
But what I'm trying to say, yeah.
Do you think that when the record label is sitting down with the artist, do you think because it could go two ways? I'm still kind of processing as well. Do you think that the Leor Cohen, the dude that we just played, who's the head of the record label, do you think he's telling the artist, I need you to talk about drugs, I need you to talk about sliding, I need to talk about all this other ignorant stuff? Because
I don't
in
think
their
it's that
mind,
simple.
hold on. Do you think it's because in their minds they want to destroy the black community? Or do you think in their mind they just know that that's what sells? So therefore, that's what they want to put money behind. They can have you can have all the conscious rap you want, but it ain't selling out the arenas like this other ignorant stuff. I'm just asking the question.
Okay, all right. Before
I'm asking which one is it? I
want to
wasn't
get the long version. Let me say my opinion, short version, right? All I'm gonna say, my opinion on this, especially this, my opinion on the matter. It was very brazen and bold of him to come on. What was that? The Breakfast Club, which caters to a specific audience, and act and say the things that he did. And I think that speaks for itself. So you're asking a question, Dak, but I think by his body language, his actions, his word, oh, I don't know him. Like he was like, I don't care that I'm here.
Bro, this was intentional. Yeah.
He was like, you know my title. You can't kick me out the room. I'm going to say what I want to say. So I think that speaks for itself. What do you do when somebody shows up to a meeting like that at work? You sitting there like, bro, what? Like, what are you talking about right now?
You can't say anything.
I'll have all this shut down. That's what he pretty much said. I'll have this whole shit shut down.
That's the way he was moving. Look at Charlamagne's face in that. And if you want to pull the clip back, look at his face.
Yeah, he low key offended you. Like the nerve of you to even ask me a question like that.
Still, he sat there with his hands folded.
And we know Charlamagne don't move like that.
You heard him.
That's not who Charlamagne is.
Charlamagne move like that. Yeah, exactly.
You don't. Charlamagne don't move like that. But listen, I mean, like again.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, bro.
It's
I don't know.
But you know what it comes down to is just individuals.
Oh, Maya said Kanye just dropped the coin. I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I didn't know Kanye dropped the coin. And I don't, yeah, and to your point, is any artist bigger? Eventually they're gonna get you. Eventually they're gonna get you. So whether you think, I just saw this, oh man, now they got me. I saw this this TV show where dude got killed in the bathtub. And well, they made it seem like he drowned. And I'm thinking about some of these artists that I've heard drowning in the bathtub with they overdosed. Yeah, right. All right.
Yeah, that's not. I don't believe any of that.
You know what I'm saying? I think Whitney went down like that. I don't know what Mike Jacks was. I forget. But
wasn't it overdose from
Mike Jacks was his medicine for the doctor.
Yeah,
was it?
I just think that
it's all the same thing.
Yeah, eventually, whether it's Trump getting a shot at him on top, eventually, if they want it, they have longevity with it. There's only going to be one Trump. Like Barron Trump, he's not Trump. You know what I mean? Like you could try to. Kanye's kids are not.
I still think Trump set that up. I still think Trump set that up.
Oh man! Hold up. So you think it was a real bullet, but he set it up?
No. I don't know enough about that, man. That whole thing was just crazy.
I'm about to say, bro.
That whole thing was just crazy.
I kind of want you to say it, but I just so I could.
Like this is a rebuttal. Go ahead.
Nah, I don't have no rebuttal for it. Nah, I don't put anything past anybody. But I just know that I'm not. If I'm setting something up, I ain't gonna look. I'm not putting my face for no bullet. Nah. At least not with that rifle that old boy had, unless it was somebody else. But I don't know.
I still cry when they give me I got to do blood work at the doctor's office. Man, so I don't know. Yeah.
You not crying for shots, man. You lying. Stop it.
I'm not gonna hold you. The nurse this time was pretty cute, so I was just, she's like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" Like, hey,
you melting it. He melting
how you doing? She like, okay, I'm gonna go. I was like, you can go whenever you want to go. Like, I'm gonna take this. Yeah.
Stupid.
Like, bro, it's 8:30 in the morning. I just came from the gym, all that. Bro, she did not care about nothing I was saying. Nothing.
Nope, just
I want to play this clip for y'all real quick. I want to play. I'm deciding which clip I want to play for y'all, but
just don't make us look crazy.
Let me play this joint. Let me play this joint for y'all.
Don't make us look crazy.
Nah, I ain't gonna have you looking crazy. I'm gonna go a different direction. Actually.
I actually got another question for y'all.
Go ahead, ask it, because I'm still not sure.
No, it's like last week. I'm gonna take this in another direction.
Yeah.
Are we circling back? Are we spinning the block in 2025, fellas? Are we doing that?
Why would I spin the block for what?
Hypothetically,
I don't know what y'all talking about, man. But you got to get specific.
Yo, I thought he was dead stuttering for a second. I was like, yo, Dak, they cut him.
You gotta get specific, man. You gotta get specific with that one.
You was talking to somebody.
Man, I've been circling the block for 19 years. I can't.
Nah, you lying. He lying.
All right, so if y'all was texting and then like y'all felt went out on like a date or two, but you was busy at the time. You was busy working in the gym, had a lot going on. And she was like,
going on.
It was like one of those little superficial bougie joints, and she's like, oh, like I date socially and this one and that one. I'm like, what? Then like now you back around. Like, would you still send that text like, hey, big head? Would you do that? Like,
I don't really consider that spinning the block because you never. It sounds like you never drove that block yet.
I didn't because I felt like I had better options at the time. You know what I mean?
No, but that's my point. When you say
explain the situation.
I had something right.
Yeah, explain it one more time because I'm over here clowning.
Hypothetically,
yeah.
If I was talking to somebody like a little while back, and we was going out a little bit, doody doo, but we didn't go down the block. The block was not going down as of yet.
Y'all didn't have sex.
Went out a couple times.
No, not even that.
Not even that. Didn't do nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
and then I think one time she had just said something that was just a little off-putting. It was just on some like, oh, like I like to date socially and then get serious. It was something like that, like then get serious before getting serious. I'm just saying like.
So she said something stupid.
She said something stupid. I'm looking at her like, bro, I don't even remember your
Yeah,
last.
you turned off.
I was like, the roster is 7 deep
That's
right now.
crazy.
Like, what are you saying? And then I just didn't call her back after that date. Like allegedly, hypothetically,
Yo, you're a wild boy.
But then I see it cutting up. 2025 come out. And I see it cutting up on the gram.
Okay.
Man.
That's not spinning the block.
Girl,
I don't think that's spinning the block.
Girl. Go save that girl, man.
First off, don't save nobody. That's number one. Number two, that's not spinning the block, man.
But if she a little hungry, like, should I be like, hey, big head, you hungry? Like.
No, that's not my definition of spinning the block. I think that's fair game. That's whatever you want to do with it. I don't think that's spinning the block. Spinning the block means, for me, you did something, you had somebody, you all were talking for a minute, it didn't work out, and maybe you mutually separated, you went each other way, and then one day you decide, damn, I miss her, or I want to talk to her, and then you decide to hit her back up. For me, that's kind of like spinning the block. But it sounds like y'all just kind of were talking and didn't really talk, and like it didn't,
It was like, it was like upsy downsy, and then I was just like, bro, I don't got time for this. Like, I'm good.
So why you got time now?
Because
you just look better.
I'm bored.
Well, see, you got your answer. Then you're bored. You're just being bored. I don't think that's spinning the block. That's you just exploring and having fun and doing what you got to do. Just know that you're gonna get one of those conversations that turned you off again. But at least this time you can anticipate it.
See, that's that friends with benefits. Y'all be chasing these friends with benefits, man.
First off, I don't chase nothing. That's number one. And number two, your man asked me about calling back.
Man, okay, so
go say that girl, man. Go say that girl.
Should we spin the block? And to your point, that's not spinning the block. But I got one of the things to spin the block. Should I spin the block too?
Sha said you didn't smash. Now you want to smash.
That's why I asked that from the beginning. I asked that from the beginning.
Sha said, she hopped on the Ozempic. When she got the Ozempic, you were looking at it like, oh, somebody losing. Look at you, big head. Now her head really big because she on the Ozempic. It's bobblehead left and right, but not. Bro, honestly,
go date, man. Amir ready to date. Amir ready for a serious relationship,
bro. I low key, I would be ready.
If you ready, then leave her alone, bro. Leave her alone. She's clearly not. Y'all are not in alignment. That's not the one. If you spin the block, you stepping away from.
But I'm saying hypothetically, if Shai's comment in the chat was right, like how would I best approach that situation? Like,
if you wanted to smash,
I'm saying hypothetically, allegedly.
Then just go, bro. Honestly, if when you had the conversation where things were annoying, did she get annoyed or did you get annoyed?
I got annoyed.
Who kind of left? Who fell back?
I fell back.
Oh, so then, well, I mean, you ain't really give it a fair shot. Like I said, if you're just trying to smash, go ahead and talk to her, do what you got to do. Just know you can't have a conversation with her, and know that the longer you spend with her, the longer you're keeping yourself away from whoever God has intended for you. And if you're cool with that, then go for it.
But what if I could do that and still see who God has intended for me?
You can't.
Bro, I can multitask like a mofo, bro.
Can't pour into a cup that's already full, baby. You heard?
You can't. There is no room for the person God has intended for you while she is around. It doesn't exist in your life. It is not possible. You may have room for others. That is not the one God intended.
Ramadan started.
You got room for a bunch of 10s.
He said Ramadan start next week, son. Right. Ramadan start next week. Yo, y'all crazy out here. He said Ramadan start next week. Y'all crazy.
But let me ask you this: why do you think that she said certain things? Because clearly there's something drawing you to it. So I'm just wondering, like, what did she say? Certain things that are just like
said certain things that would just like what, like, and from what
she's a bird, or you think she's a bird?
She's not a. She's a little bougie bird.
Okay,
that's a bad combo.
Like she's not a
bougie and a bird.
Hold on, how you get the nerve? The audacity.
The nerve is crazy.
I wouldn't say the bird. She would have been like the wholesome friend out the group, but she a little bougie. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, bougie without the
so
bird.
cool.
Too bougie, like I had to tell like, yo, cool,
Bro, I mean,
cool, oh, like I date socially, like I socially.
Hold on, what did that mean? Because like she said,
First off, what do you mean? What do you mean by bougie? Hold on, before we even get that, what do you mean by bougie?
Like she
want to spend a lot of money before you get to the
not
draw.
necessarily not even that. Like it's a little bit of bread, but she goes to like these little bunches in the city. She like this one, she like that. She like the.
That's cute.
The price of the pee is expensive. That's what Amir trying to say without saying it.
Wait,
but come on, that.
It's just gonna cost a lot of money.
That's you, bro. You gotta step your money up. That's you.
Well.
That's you're projecting your own financial insecurity.
Having a little bougie
damn man.
Damn. We were equivalent, okay? We was at the same level. I was level playing field.
No. I'm just talking. Yeah, you're just a little more mature with your spending. I'm
a little.
Understand that respect. I'm just talking. I'm talking mess, man.
I think that happens to most.
Yeah, a little more frugal.
To be fair, I think that's the most.
And if they're making their own money.
I think that's the most dangerous part about when women date in their 20s. They get accustomed to, because think about it, a lot of them gonna have roommates. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have to spend as much.
Mindset in the chat. That's what I felt like. Is what it was coming down to.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while, but that's and to be totally honest, that's probably the girl that you want to get serious with.
But I was cool with that until she made that comment. And I was like, whoa.
About what, dating socially?
That's why I was trying to get to the comment. I was like, yo, what does that mean? Hold on.
My bad.
It meant not giving up the goods, but using my stature and status and my name to also be seen in public. You see what I'm saying? Like, you being seen in public does more for you than it does for me.
So she wanted to use you to be at these nice restaurants,
but again,
her pictures, and use it as marketing to go get other dudes that can provide that same lifestyle to her on Instagram as well. I get what you're saying. Yes, don't do that. Take her to the park. Do some. If she really wants to get to know you, I'm being for real. You could do a nice date.
He's right.
You know what I'm saying? But the first ones, we're going to the coffee. We're going to grab coffee. We're going to, I don't know, walk. Let's go for a workout.
Well, let's
go for it. Well, I'm not. My first one ain't a workout.
But a gym workout. But okay, can I take you for
I'll do a picnic.
Are you comfortable going for a coffee? You know what I'm saying? Or does it have to be maestros every date? Or does it have to? You know
No, I can't. No, I'm with you. I can't date somebody if every time we go out, I gotta bust down 200-300 at a restaurant. If I can't take you, what'd she say?
She said Mir only wanted if it's low maintenance.
Yo, I would be asking.
No, I don't think that's true.
I'll be asking.
Listen, I don't mind high maintenance. That's
women, and he just be giving the most high maintenance. Del Frisco, Maestro, Oceans, Steakhouse.
Does she chill with you at the crib?
Where you looking?
Bro, and that was another thing. I was like, I'm gonna try to.
Maya, right. Maya just said that too. Maya, right.
She going out to eat with multiple guys.
Cause I had hit her.
Because she's not attracted to you. She's attracted to the lifestyle.
That's what I was trying to differentiate, right? Because I'm like, I'm gonna send you flowers. Like, yo, let me know where to send them. Oh, I don't know. I was like. Yo.
You answer your own question, right?
You said what?
She's not for you, bro. No, she's not. Oh, I never said that.
So
y'all are not in alignment. Where you are with what you want is not what she wants, and that's like you can't change her. That's not
Tashai's comment. That's exactly what I want. Tashai's comment from earlier.
Yeah. So then, hold on. If that's what you want, you already know the price.
That's okay. Yeah.
Because what I'm not gonna knock her for what I'm not gonna knock her for is she's being very transparent with who she is. Yo, this is what I like. This is what I want to be. This is what, bro. If you want to do that, then you need to be clear about what you want to do. But you also have to understand what's gonna come with that, where you gotta take her, what you're gonna spend, and if it's worth that, bro. I'm not doing all that for somebody I don't like.
I mean, okay, that's fair too, because that means I'm feeding into that, right? But I don't know, maybe it's just me. Like, yeah, I definitely want to do that, but at the same time, it's like, where I get turned off is like, this is not how you live. Like, I see the way you live on a daily. This is my lifestyle. This ain't your life.
But it doesn't. If that's all you're trying to do, it doesn't matter how she lives.
Okay, that's valid. All right, I ain't never thought about that.
Yo, honestly,
you ain't wifing it.
Just be direct with her, yo.
Taking her to cheesecake on it a day.
Because clearly she
it's good enough for Drake.
She may only be interested in you for certain reasons. You may only be interested in her for certain reasons.
And that's what I'm saying. It becomes transactional, and then everybody is winning and getting what they want. And she might be okay with that. It sounds like she might be okay with that.
But
I don't know her.
But there's a slight chance.
I'm gonna shoot this text out. Hold on, I'm gonna shoot this.
It could hurt your soul though.
Oh, you about to
wait? Don't send it.
Oh well, I mean,
could hurt your soul.
I don't know what you said.
Don't play with my emotions like this, guys. Like I've been waiting to hit.
Wait,
Send it, bro.
Wait,
Don't send it.
Don't send nothing. First off, don't send nothing off an impulse ever. Like that's.
I was telling me to see her 20 minutes ago.
Nah, yo, don't chill with her, man. Let her breathe, man. Shake that,
bro. That's not for you, bro. Honestly, that's not for you. It's not feeding your soul. It's not. It's actually gonna frustrate you. And honestly, the box ain't worth it. Respectfully, no box is worth frustrating my soul. Honestly, because that's something. It's just gonna piss you. There's gonna be moments that really just piss you off and turn you off the same way. It ain't worth it. I don't care what she look like.
All right, yeah. You know what?
Bro, you gotta.
It's gonna be sick.
I feel like definitely don't go after it. We all got our vices, but
don't go after it.
Don't go after it.
Well, he said she was blowing him up. He said she was blowing him up.
Well, she was, and then like I had kind of like I ghosted her a little bit.
Man, ask me.
Well, that would only work in your favor if you hit it back up.
The show.
Bro.
Nah, give him the real right now.
The roster was like,
hey yo, Maya, turn it off real quick. Turn off the screen, Maya.
Nah, she ain't tripping. It is what it is. She knows I'm a savage. Nah, let me stop. Let me stop. Come on, now.
Oh my God.
What's crazy?
God
I mean, that's a different combo. What's crazy is girls like you more when they think you out here doing your thing. I'm just being honest.
I just told him the ghosting might have worked in his favor.
Oh shit! Let me.
I don't condone ghosting. Please don't unsend. Whatever you do, don't unsend. Yeah, you do it too much, bro.
All right.
You do it too much.
Oh, whoa!
You can't be sending and
ever
unsending.
unsend anything.
It's sent, bro. It's sent.
out
Leave
there,
it.
bro.
Stand in it. Yeah, don't unsend it. Don't. Now you got to deal with it.
Yeah, who
Get
cares?
ready for the response.
I would just say it was a typo. I'd be like, oh my bad, wrong.
Nah. Then let the typo live, bro. Unsend looks way worse than it was a typo. When you unsend that, it just like don't ever unsend. It don't even matter what you said. Don't unsend.
Dang. Okay.
You gotta live with it, bro.
Go
Yeah, unsend was one of them things that just kind of.
I feel like and Loki
Put it out there
so go on vanish mode is what you're saying there?
No. I'm a nice guy, bro. I'm a nice guy. I don't ghost, and I'm very transparent. And I don't need to be diabolical. Right now, I told him to leave myself over to my wife, whoever that is.
You said you saving your what?
Like one. I didn't say saving anything. I said
Oh, I
leave
didn't
myself
hear it.
over to whoever God has intended for me.
Word. I like that.
Yeah, that's it.
So Mir, you could text her. God may have him for you right now.
He already did.
He already sent it.
He already sent the text.
Yo, I got something for
He
you.
already sent the text.
Yo,
all I said, I was just like, all I said was, "Hey, big head." That's it. That's
I
it.
figured out life.
Hey,
Right.
big headies.
Yo, I
That's all I
figured
said.
out life. Y'all got to hear me on this. And
All right, let me hear this.
I figured out why life is predictable. Everything's a pattern. And it's because you look at those. I was looking up the laws. I was writing a post and I was like, oh, the law of, like energy's never lost. It's just transferred from one something to another,
Mm-hmm.
And then when you look at
physics.
Yeah, when you look at it from a physics standpoint, and then when you look at energy and how it like equal and opposite, or what's the equal and opposite law? I forget that one where like energy, like when you give something off,
anything will happen.
It
Everything
rebounds equal and opposite. So that means that from energy where it started, everything that went out had an equal and opposite reaction, and it never stopped. So if everything has an equal and opposite reaction, it's a pattern, right? Because everything that's put out got to be coming back to us.
What you're saying is she might have never stopped thinking about me.
What? Yeah, I guess. You
I don't even think he was talking about that, bro.
Yeah, I wasn't, but I mean, but
I
hey,
don't
if it's
even think he was
relatable,
talking about that.
I was just talking about life in general. I was really just sitting there thinking, but I mean, let's bring it to that point. If everything that you put out is gonna have a certain reaction,
that's true.
So,
I mean, bro, everything in life is a reaction to a reaction.
Yeah. So I don't know. So I guess as men, as leaders, we got to figure out what world we want to create in our own lives, you know, relationship wise. And yeah,
But that's why I told him the longer he keeps her around, the longer he keeps his wife away. Or his girl.
Unless you're gonna make her your wife, bro. Could you see you marrying her?
If she don't make no stupid comments, I could definitely cover it.
So then tell her
All
that.
right,
All
all
these
right.
guys- well, if that's
Stop.
the case, none of us getting married.
You can't stop it. That's crazy. You can't tell her that either. Don't. Bro, you gotta accept her for who she is when you found her. It's not your job.
Oh no! Oh no! You don't. Hell nah. No, you don't, because she ain't accepting you for if you making the same amount of money you making now, and if you don't have any growth, I bet you that's gonna go left. Nah, there's expectations for us to continue on the same trajectory.
What Maya say? Ghosting is going to either make it easier or harder, but adios. Oh, she out. Maya said it's going. Yo,
Hold
that's
up.
funny.
Hold up, what were we just saying?
You were saying that about the changing. You know, I said you gotta accept people who they are.
Yeah,
Don't
you
change.
can't accept people just for who they are when you meet them.
Why not? You can't change nobody.
Yes, you can. As a man, your energy should change. What you mean? We the most.
No, you're misunderstanding me. You're misunderstanding me.
I am.
People. Oh, actually, this is what I really had. This is a good theory that I
Please.
had a conversation about this just last night, right? So imagine who you are right now is a sum result of the people that you reflect and the energy of the people around you, right?
100%.
So that is one of my true beliefs as to why true growth happens in isolation, because it's the only time you really get to reflect on only you, who you are, what you like, you dislike, and what you appreciate, etc. Right? So imagine you're in a relationship with someone, and the person you're in a relationship with, they are the result of the energy that's mirrored between the two of you to create the new versions of yourself. That is the extent to which you can change someone, right? Like, let's be clear. But in that moment, you're not actually doing anything to proactively change them.
But that's not what we're talking about.
Okay.
Nah, you made the statement. You said you got to accept them for who they are when you meet them. I'm not saying I'm going to change them, but I'm not accepting you where you at. You need to change these things on your own, and I need to change these things on my own. If we got goals that we are going to accomplish together, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you're
but my
saying,
point
you're
to that
saying
is
I'm
they
not
can't.
saying that I'm going to change her. I'm saying if I met you, if I meet a friends of mine, that's why I don't speak to them as much. If you're the same person that you were 5 years ago, then I really don't want to talk to you, to be totally honest. I don't really want to be
I mean,
around.
I respect that.
You know,
Yeah,
what
there
I'm
shows
saying?
no growth, no development.
If
I
I'm with
understand.
if I'm with a girl, now I'm not accepting you for who you are right now, because ain't none of us perfect. We all got to work on certain things. You know what I'm saying? So, like, no, you need to actively work on these things. Go ahead.
That is accepting somebody in their process. That is accepting who they are.
Now. You're accepting. If somebody gets with me, if somebody's with me, friend, romantic, whatever, they are committing to me based on where they believe I will go eventually, based on a certain level of trajectory. If I'm in my marriage, if 60 years from now I'm doing the same thing, making the same amount of money, that's a problem. Like, who would get excited about? What woman would be excited about that? What woman would be okay with that?
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm only going to speak for myself and my experience. And I'll be honest with you, what I've learned is it is not my, okay, think of it this way, right? I think you're confusing the ambition of who I'm working towards with who I am right now. The ambition of tomorrow has nothing to do with today, right? So, for example, if you and your partner or me and my partner are compatible today and we can live in where we are right now, there's an idea of tomorrow, but we're still present here, right? So if I am planning to be some big time, big shot business owner, that is irrelevant. That is absolutely
Why you got to go to business?
irrelevant to now.
Why you got to go to business?
Well, you went to
I'll
money.
give you an example.
So you
I'll
make
give you-
transactional.
Let's talk about health in the gym.
Yeah.
And how I meet you at 20, you may not have to work out in that gym to keep that body. You think I'm still going, bro?
Hold up.
I'm not
I get
accepting
it, bro,
people
but
for
that's
who they are,
not-
bro. You saying what sounds good.
You have to accept people. No, it's the truth, bro. All right, check this out.
So let me ask you a
Let me
question.
ask you
Hold on.
something.
Why do divorces happen?
Sure, go ahead. What do you mean why divorces happen?
Why do
Because
divorces
people
happen?
don't have the
Because people aren't
don't.
growing
They're
at
not
the
prepared
same.
for the change.
So if
No.
people are going-
Okay, part of marriage is understanding that people don't grow at the same pace, though.
Correct.
That happens. That's normal. It's
but why
misalignment.
So then what you're saying is that people are going to grow, right? So why
Yes,
would I
hopefully.
accept you for not growing? Why would I, if I just accept you for who you are right now, if I just
Right.
accept you, then that means I'm accepting you without expecting any growth. I don't want anybody to accept me for who I am right now. I want them to have
But I think
expectations that I'm going to continue growing on this trajectory. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, maybe
but
I'm
I think
off.
you and no. I hear what you're saying, but I think where you and I are disconnecting in this conversation is your idea of growth is something that doesn't happen organically by me being who I am. My growth that's going to take place in my future is not the result of me building and changing things about me fundamentally. It is me continuing on the path in which I've already set back whenever, right? So growth is expected. Now, what happens is when I find somebody I can be in alignment with and the best version of myself, because that's the most important, and this is just my belief, right? When I'm the best version of myself, which is me today, it's always going to be me today, being present, who I am today. You can't start losing weight until you do what you need to do to lose the weight. You can't start making money until you do what you need to do to make the money, right? That version of yourself who's making the money and losing the weight, they're already doing the things they need to do. That's the person that you are. That is who you are in that moment, right? So hear me out. What am I missing?
Nah, bro, you're just assuming that people are doing everything they need to do right now to get to wherever they need to get to later on.
Absolutely not.
So then what
Absolutely
do you mean?
not. But
so
I
you
don't
just
want to
said
hear
that they're
I don't
already
want to hear
working
them.
out. You already
No,
said they're
what I'm
already
trying to tell
working
you
out.
is, let me ask you something, because you in the NFL, you've been, as long as I've known you, you've been on your fitness journey. Hear me out, right? Doesn't matter how many times we plan a workout till somebody goes and lifts a weight.
Does it matter how many times you plan a workout
Until somebody goes and actually lifts a weight. It doesn't matter, right?
Correct.
It doesn't matter what we talk about.
Correct.
So the person, they only become that person the second they get to the gym and hit the weight. Until then, they are just thoughts. It's just promises. It's ambition. Those aren't things you should ever take and value. Those are cute ideas. That is not the reality of who that person is. And it can be something so simple and so basic. It's like, yo, you told me you were gonna cook or learn to cook. Until you step in that kitchen, that's just talk. It doesn't matter. So now, and I know I'm kind of like touching on your point, but what I'm trying to show to you is the person in which you should be building with is not somebody who has ideas of tomorrow. It's somebody that's being the best version of themselves today. Now, I want you to understand, all of this still applies to health. It still applies to finance. It still applies to family, God, all of these things, right? You have this, I broke it down into like the most simple form of, we shine the brightest when we're our truest selves, right? Now, some people aren't always the nicest of people. They can be evil people. Some people are wonderful people. Imagine that when you are shining your brightest, you are being your truest self, you are drawing other people to you, because it's not common to be your best version, which is why when people are crushing it out there, they just gain a lot of attention naturally in life, whether it's from people surrounding them, whether it's on the internet, whether it's somebody becoming a dope artist and then Lucian steps in like, yo, I see what you're doing over there. Let me show you this big bag. But when I pick up the phone call, right?
Mhm.
This is somebody living in their best version of themselves. And I think if I were to be a best version of myself, it doesn't matter who I talk to and what I, approach with. When you combine, or when you're in the presence of somebody, when you find somebody and you decide you want to court them, that person is going to change. And it's only because now that energy from that other person is now affecting us. It is now a part. You're now reflecting their strengths and their weaknesses on you. What I'm trying to say is that change is not something you can push onto someone else. You can't make anybody become a better version of themselves. You can't make them go to the gym.
That's why I said I'm not saying that.
Do anything.
Yeah, that I said that from the beginning. You're not making, just because I'm not gonna make you go to the gym, but I'm gonna I have expectations for you to take care of your body in a particular way. So that I'm not making you go to the gym.
Yeah, but your expectations are irrelevant.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
How are they irrelevant?
They're irrelevant because your expectations will never be enough for them to go and stay in the gym. They have to want it for them.
But you just said in a true partnership, right? You like to, that's your word, right? So in a partnership, just like in a business partnership, the things that may be necessary day one of the business that you're committing to that partner with, they may need to make certain adjustments in order for that partnership to stay true 10 years from now. It's no different in a relationship. You can't map out and say, hey, this person that I meet at 20, they better be doing exactly whatever they're doing at 20. I'm expecting them to do at 40, 50. We don't even know how that's going to come. In my opinion, what I would see as a relationship that has longevity is a commitment to constantly communicate. Hey, what do you need from me right now? What do you need from me? What do you need? Everything. You're having these communication. So therefore you can actively be intentional about growing in certain areas that your partner needs you to grow in and them doing the same. I think that this is just me. I'm always going to change who I am. I've changed completely who I am in
facts,
a lot of areas of my life. You know what I'm saying? And I look forward to that. And I look forward to people challenging me to change in those areas. So I think I understand from a standpoint of before you get into a marriage, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, these things that I'm complaining about in this relationship, if I decide to marry her, then I can't be sure I'm losing all my leverage in this once I get married to her and asking her to do these things and asking her to whatever I'm asking. It could be, hey, I need to have more sex. Well, clearly when you get married, probably not going to happen based on the people that I spoke to. Probably there may be certain instances.
But
go ahead.
No, I cut you off. I'm sorry.
So therefore, I'm not, if I'm meeting somebody and that's going to be who I'm going to be with for the rest of my life, I do not need to ever see that person again. If you're not going to change, if you're just who you are and you're not going to change for the betterment of this relationship, then I don't need to be in a relationship with that person, because you could ask, and if I need to change in order, if I'm a team player on any team, you may have to play one role, this role, it may have to change. So if I need to change,
that's not change.
What you mean, bro? I can give you an example of change. Let's say is changing your diet changing?
Of course.
So how is that? So that's change. If I need you to adjust your diet based on we learned some new information that this is the best way for our child to grow up, or this is the best way for us to be healthier, so we're not getting I need somebody rocking with me who's going to be able to challenge me to change my diet. That's what I'm saying.
Wouldn't you?
I expect her, and I expect her to give me the information and me to receive it and me to say, you know what, you're right. I'm going to change my diet.
But wouldn't that be a conversation you had before you even courting this person? Hey, you see that I'm somebody that cares about my health.
At 20,
no. But see, this is what I'm trying to say. Wait, at 20, what? What you talking about? 20?
If you're 25 years old, you may not be talking about.
We're not talking about 25. I know I wasn't. That's why.
If you're 37, you think most of these chicks working out, caring about their diets?
Bro, I mean, what I'm trying to tell you is this, right? I hear what you're saying, because there's definitely a thing that happens with physiology after a certain age. We know that, right? What I'm trying to say so much so is, if you meet someone, right? And then when you met them, you were your best self and you hope that they were their best self. Now, again, I want to be very clear. The best self does not mean that's the cap at where you are. It just means you have learned yourself truly in this moment. And we're only talking about this moment because that person that you're talking about, that I'm talking about reflecting on, that person will grow, will evolve, will become a father, will become a husband. And these are all changes that will happen, right? None of those changes are because that person over there told me I need to change. These changes happen because
I've never said that. I'm not saying it's going to be based. No, you made the statement earlier that you can't expect somebody to change, or that that person.
You can't change them. I said you can't
change anybody. But if
that's what I said, Dak.
Bro, when you watch the tape back, you'll understand. I'm not saying that I'm the person that's going to change. I'm saying you need to change in order to be what I need as a partner. Just like if I need to adjust something in me to make sure that I'm the best partner for you.
So
that's not me changing. That's not me changing because you told me to change. It's me valuing this relationship, this team, this partnership, and making the necessary growth in order to win. You get what I'm saying? I'm not telling
I respect that.
You need to do this, you need to do that. I'm not saying that. That's
well, that's what you told me that. So you said, yo, you gotta go to the gym, you gotta go work out. Yo, am I bugging right now? Did I? Yeah, please.
Let the chat speak. I don't know. Let the chat. Go ahead.
On a separate note, related to Shai's comment, she might be on the same.
What's I say?
Because she responded with a date that's sooner than what I had proposed.
Oh, this nigga go back to his text message.
So what happened?
So I was like, yo, like you free on this date? And it was for like 2 weeks out. And she was like, oh, like 2 weeks out? I was like, yeah, unless you're free sooner. She said something next weekend. She's like, I'm free for dinner next week. I think we know what type of time she's on.
We don't know nothing.
I'm finna find out.
No, that's not true. We know that wherever you book that dinner, it's gonna have to be nice. Because that's the type of time she's on.
Yo, Shy coming crazy.
She coming tonight. She outside. Matter of fact, listen for the doorbell. Ding dong.
All right, so should I?
Do
I take her? I'm sorry, guys. Do I take her to a coffee or do I take her to the bougie spot?
What are you looking to do? Are you looking to see what y'all could do? Like, are you looking to see?
You know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to
testing her
to take it what we could do. That's what
man. I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'll be honest with you. I don't think you taking her anywhere is gonna make a difference for you getting where you need to go.
Oh,
I think you need to have that conversation with her.
Shit, it's Ramadan next month. I can't do nothing with her. Oh,
this guy is crazy. This guy is crazy.
That is.
Shy said, "Tell you
what day Ramadan start?"
Ooh, wait. Shy got a good one. Shy said, "Tell her you cooking at the crib." She said, "Crack the wine, set the lights, had the candles ready. If you need a chef, Dak's brother could come down there and chef it up real nice. Just book him a flight. Listen, that'll work."
I ain't gonna hold you. You think Just is free after Ramadan over?
That's gonna be free, man. That's gonna be free.
I
just we're gonna make it happen.
He gonna curate it however you need.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Just doing like a French accent when she walk in, like hello, oui, like that's all I need.
Oh man, no.
But
you're wild, sir.
Yo, yeah.
Yo, look at Shaw coming in clutch.
I'm not gonna hold you. That might take the cake.
Hey, cooking at the crib.
That's it, bro.
Tell her to pull out.
That's it, bro.
I'm gonna call
you cooking at the crib.
But if she says no, to coming through the crib, then I can't really be upset with her. You know what I'm saying? Because
you don't tell her come to your crib. What are you doing?
I'm looking at the comment. It says, "Tell her you cooking at the crib."
No. This is what you say. Yo, I got a friend of mine. He's a chef. He wants to try a few dishes for me tonight. Why don't you come and join us? Bring a bottle. I'll bring a bottle.
What I'm saying is that's cool.
Either way, she gonna end up at the crib.
What I'm saying is cool. But what I'm saying is if she says no.
Oh, you got a friend who's a chef?
Then I can't. Come on,
Miss Bougie want to be socialite. Miss want to be social. She ain't gonna say no to some friend who's a chef.
So y'all looking at it. I'm not looking at it that way. I'm saying it from a standpoint like if she was a solid,
respectable
solid girl. That's what I'm saying.
She's not. Well, yeah.
She may just be like, oh, that sounds dope, but like maybe we can just. You know what she should say if she was respectable, and you offered a chef at the crib. Like, okay, that's cool, but I was thinking maybe we could just, grab coffee or grab lunch first and did it. You know what I mean? Then I could respect that. You know what I'm saying? If she says let's go to the Top Steakhouse instead, then that tells you, I guess, a lot what you need to know.
Well, we already know she's not gonna say that.
So I'm gonna tell her yes on that.
She's not gonna be like, "Yo, let's go grab a coffee." I mean, yeah, say yes. I mean, you clearly want to go out with her.
Can I be honest? Can we? This is Sunday dinner, right? This is Sunday dinner. Can I be honest? Can I do that? Can I just say?
Yeah, just remember, it's not us. She might be listening.
I'm not gonna lie, chat. Don't kill me, chat. But I want the bundas. She was cutting up on the gram. She cutting up on the gram this year. I seen her in the tight dress, hair done, nails done. I'm like, damn, okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Nah.
The chef move is the way to go, but you don't want that.
Have to be.
She cutting up on the gram. You don't want that, bro. Why you want that?
Yeah, nah, bro. Nah,
What you
bro.
looking
Nah,
for,
I can't let my bro out here like this, bro. Nah.
That's not the message we promote.
This ain't. I don't even. And it ain't even. This ain't. Everybody promote their own message. That's cool. But I'm just saying, for you, bro. Like,
for you, bro.
It's time, man.
It's time. You think so?
And as somebody who's older than you, I'm looking at it like, damn, I wish I would have. And this is just another example. People, you can't tell people. People don't learn through. Like, I can't sit here and say like, yo, I ain't do that, so you should do this. People only learn through based on action. So I could sit here and tell you whatever, but at the end of the day,
we can give them logical experiences.
No, you can, because you've been married. I haven't been.
Okay,
I'm being
fair
honest.
enough.
I can only tell you based on
Fair
my
enough.
experience. Like, I can tell you whatever, but I can never tell you more than I can show you. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that it's dope, man. We gotta, because that's a slippery slope for us too, man. All this dating stuff, bro. We get used to that so much, where we just gonna.
And then you got to get out of it.
Yeah, like that's a slippery slope for us too.
It's a detox. You got to detox.
Yeah, man.
It's a whole detox to get out of that. Anyway,
she could be the one, bro.
There's 7 people in here.
She could be the one, bro.
You know what's funny? And that's exactly what I was trying to say. She could be the one when she meets him.
Yeah, I'm
because
with that.
But that change is organic, and that change happens because the energy that he's reflecting on her makes them both a different person. Does that make sense?
See that? If she's
that's all I'm saying is the change.
If he's worth her changing certain things about her life, then she'll do it. Just like if she's worth it, you know what I'm saying?
She did start changing up when we started hanging out.
Like, see, bro. So what are we talking about?
Come on, son.
Leo, don't hurt that girl, man.
Explore the waters, bro.
She started looking like
whoa. He didn't say nothing about her.
Like, she was all of that.
Dang, man.
She was all of that.
No, I'm saying like she was looking for the promotion at work. Like she was like working, all of that. Like she was doing more things. I'm like, oh, you picking up what I'm putting down? Oh, okay, all right.
Yo, she may be trying to take you.
So why you playing? Why you ghosting?
Because she was saying stupid stuff, bro. Like you just.
So why did you ask her questions?
Why did you let her speak? That's what Ant said.
No question.
Why did you let her talk?
That's not what I meant. That's not what I said, bro.
Why did you let her talk? Like, why are you letting her talk? Like,
that's not what I said, bro. That is not what I said, son. You're crazy, bro. Y'all are crazy.
Oh my god.
That is not what I said, bro.
I think that might be tonight's highlight. I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh man.
Nah, but bro, that's not. You know what? That's not fair. You guys have never met anybody that made you kind of step your shit up.
Yeah. That one I fumbled though. I'm not gonna lie. Full disclosure, I fumbled that.
Not
one.
what?
Nah.
Well, no. Dak said nah. Dak, you got to get in different dating pools. Actually, you good. You don't date nothing. You stay exactly where you at.
It's always open until you married. You gotta look at the whole field, but nah, yo, I'm being.
That's
honest,
for the gram.
Man. I'm being honest.
Really?
I never met somebody that I'm telling y'all, like, I've never met somebody that had higher goals and aspirations, or made me.
The goals and aspiration, Dak. That's talking about tomorrow. I'm talking about today. And I know you're working towards them. I know you're building the best version.
I'm talking about becoming the best version of myself. I never met somebody that I wanted to do it for. Like, I guess I get what you're saying.
No, not do it for.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, not for them. You're not doing it for them.
Yeah. If that's the case, I've bro. I'm since
because that's not restricted to partners.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
the answer. My answer is yes. My answer is yes.
Yeah.
My answer is yes. I was looking at it a little bit differently, but yeah.
No,
yeah.
I wasn't talking about like some chick or somebody you trying to be better for her. No, like,
nah, but I also I feel like that's the case with most guys, to be honest. I feel like that's the majority.
Which is what case?
Like you meet
that they're motivated
girls,
by a woman?
Yeah, like how many dudes like I done like for the good or the worse, you know what I'm saying? Get in the gym, you know, let me not I don't want to bring up no situation.
When I was younger, I could see me not understanding how that whole dynamic really worked. And like there might have been things that, you know, when we were younger, I remember like, you know, I wanted my car to be fly because I thought girls liked that. Or like, you know, you want to be in the gym because you want to, you know, like that. That's not what I was talking about. I was talking about that in that same vein of you reflecting the energy that someone else projects when you're in, you know, not so much even, you don't even have to be in alignment. You could be in somebody's presence. And like, and you know what's funny? When I had this conversation like 2 days ago, it wasn't even about the other person. It was about me. It was more so, yo, I loved who I was in their presence. And what I mean by that, it was, imagine you met somebody and something about them or their energy or something they're doing, doesn't even have to be male or female, doesn't have to be like a intimate thing. It could be on a business standpoint. But like, oh, damn, you saw a different version of you in that moment. And like, it might not be a new version, but it brought you to a plateau that like, oh my God, yeah, this is me being a better version of who I already am, right?
100%.
And it doesn't even have to be, it doesn't have to be 1,000%. Like they don't even have to be present after that moment. You've experienced it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay, now I know this and this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Now I remember what that feels like, because I do believe that manifestation is 1,000% based upon faith and feelings, right? Like you have to know it in your body and your soul. Yo, one of the reasons they tell you go test drive the new car is you got to know what it feels like if you want to manifest it. Mm-hmm. You got to know what the steering wheel feels like in your hand. To get to 135, you got to know 125 feels like. You know what I'm saying? You got to feel that way. And that's kind of what I'm saying. So it's a blessing when you meet somebody. That's why things like this is important. It's a reminder of like, yo, these are my brothers. These are who I want to be. This is what I'm building towards. It's just that the reminder of the feeling that, yo, you're not in it by yourself, or like, yo, you can come up and then we all feel it. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's a blessing. So yeah, bro, you might be in her presence and she might be like, yo, you might tell her, yo, come over, I got the chef, and she could think, yeah, wow, I've never had a private chef before. And now she's felt something different. Yeah. No, you laughing, but now she's felt something different. It, bro. You elevated her.
Yeah. I think
because that is a lifestyle.
I think that you're right. Yeah. And see, for me, I was looking at the question a little bit differently, but 100%. And I think mine was because certain things may have happened when I was younger, but I always pictured like, all right, I need to grow into this person. Like I may have only saw my life with this one person, you know what I'm saying? And therefore everything that I, wanted, like, or everything, I gotta become this type of dad, or I gotta make sure I'm not, losing my muscles when I'm walking into class with my kid. So my kid grows up thinking that his dad is like, oh my God, like little stuff like that. So yeah, I think 100%, 100%. And to your point earlier, for a lot of people who may have answered the question how I initially answered it, maybe that is the answer. Like I know you, based on smoothing out the situation, you said like the dating pool, but I think that's important. I think it's important for and not necessarily dating, but I think it's important for, even if let's say you've been with somebody for a long time, sometimes you start to not appreciate that person. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you jump out there and thinking that the grass is greener on the other side, and you get reminded very quickly of all the things that you should appreciate in this person. Now it may work out.
To my ex.
You may start dating out there and find out like, oh my God, like what was I doing? Like you may have both, but what it does is it lets you know what your value is on the market. You know what I'm saying? You may be thinking that you're $100 product, but you may not be, or you may be
that's
more.
The mirror.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's
You said
that.
what?
Oh
But you're
man,
not gonna
that's
see
the
that unless
that's-
you go back out in the market, right?
No, I'm saying, yeah, you may not, unless you may think that
But that's
if
the
you've
mirror.
only had orange juice, then you only know orange juice. Now you may be cool with
But
orange juice until you try some pineapple juice.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
And then it's like, yo, what?
Yeah.
Or you may say, actually, I like the orange juice better. I'm cool. I'm rocking with orange juice. I don't need to try
but
nothing
that
else.
you can't do that if you get married.
What are you talking about? I'm not sure. You
Wait,
lost
what?
me.
You
Yeah.
can't go and see if the grass is greener once you
Bro,
commit
of
to
course.
this person.
That's what I'm talking about right now. I'm saying,
So
I said
right,
for the
but
people
I
that
think it
answered
starts
no.
now.
Bro, did you hear what you didn't hear?
Okay.
Listen,
Yeah, I
for
missed
the people that
I missed
answered no, like I initially answered no to your question when you asked, have you ever had somebody that made you want to be a better person? If your answer is no,
Gotcha.
that's what I'm saying. You may want to be around other people that make you bring out a better version of yourself. That's what I'm saying. Or make you want to become a better version of yourself. But I don't know. I don't know. But we'll leave it there for Amir. Give him a last bit of advice. First off, Amir, you tell it. Well, all right, Ant, I'll give my advice. Then Ant, you give your advice, and then Amir, you got to tell us what you're gonna do. That's cool. All right. So my advice for you with old lady is grab some coffee. You know what I'm saying? Keep it light with some coffee. See exactly what her intentions are. First, matter of fact, find out what your intentions are first. You know what I mean? Like really look into it.
I was about to say that.
And even if you have a set vision of what your intentions are, go meet her. You know what I'm saying? Meet her, clear out the old stuff. You know, don't hold that against her. And just see what type of time she's on. Y'all may go left and go together. Y'all may go right and go together. Or you may go right and go left. But yeah, I think that everything that Ant just said, as far as finding somebody that makes you want to be the best version of yourself, or that just inspires it, you know what I mean? That help me, whatever you want to call it, that brings out the best in you. I think you're gonna find that mirror in the girl that you decide to end up pursuing in a serious way. That's all I'm saying. I think that would be good for you. I think that would look good on you, bro. That's all I do.
Man, how old are you?
30, bro.
He young.
You want to get married?
I'm not opposed to it.
Nah, but that's not the. Do you want a family? That if the marriage is irrelevant.
Oh yeah.
As far as like
marriage, family, the whole thing.
Okay.
I'll back into the marriage part. But do you want a family?
Yeah.
All right, so if you want a family, I mean, you could set up your marriage however you want. You could set up through the state. You could set up, but you want a family.
Yeah, 100%.
All right.
That's a better question.
Do you want to?
Do you see us? Sorry.
No. Hey, my fault. I already gave mine. You go ahead, Ant.
Could you see yourself having a family with this person?
Yeah.
Why? You ghost her.
If she don't say nothing stupid, yeah. Like I just, you know what? I won't let her talk, man. The whole time I won't let her talk. But
listen, she's gonna say stupid things. Did you tell her what you thought? Hold on, hear me out. No, hear me out. Did you tell her that you don't appreciate her opinion on this? Or did you ask her why she said the thing that was stupid?
No. And
what was it about the thing that made you feel stupid?
That's something I also grew up. I guess I'll admit that I had some growing up to do when we had talked to, like the whole ghosting thing, like, or just getting low. I know I can communicate better, I guess now, if that's I don't know. That was some growing up I had to do because I just move how I want to move, and that's it, right? But
I don't condone ghosting.
Yeah, taking what you were saying and what Dak is saying, I think I'll probably sit her down, maybe like a little coffee, a little lunch, not necessarily a romantic dinner per se on the first link. Take her to like a lunch or a coffee. Try to do like a lunch, and where's the?
I don't think you should do any of this.
Neutral setting and just talk. That's crazy. That's crazy. What are you saying? So what do you think?
I think there was a reason you ghosted her to begin with.
She just said something real stupid, and I was like,
no. Okay, I need you to analyze what it is you want. You said you want a family, right? I need you to analyze can she contribute to this goal? If she cannot contribute to this goal, because I'll tell you something, her having a fat ass and being good looking does not contribute to this goal at all.
I mean,
It might be nice to have. No, right. It don't hurt. But here's the problem. It can become such a distraction that it does hurt. You need to figure out if she's worth finding out, if it's more than just that. Because if that's all it is, bro, you can walk down the block and find a couple of those. That's not a good enough reason. Don't waste your time and energy. And furthermore, don't waste her time and energy if that's all it is. That's my advice. But if you're uncertain as to whether that's all it is, because as you said, you were immature, you ghosted her, you didn't let her give a chance for an actual conversation, then you do, if you think there's more than physical there, then give it a shot. If you don't think, if you're telling yourself this, because I'm someone who's made this mistake, I like this, I like that, she's missing this, this, and that, but maybe this and that is enough for me to stick around long enough for these three things to pop up. It never works like that. It never works like that. You missing this, but you got that. It never works like that.
I'm gonna need to drink on this one.
I'm gonna need to drink right before
actually,
Ramadan.
To your point, all right. So real quick, this is some of the best advice that I ever got from my from one of my bros, man. So he told me, he said, he just called me out on it because I told him I wanted to talk to him about it, marriage and stuff like that, because he's been married. He got divorced, and he just brought it up out of nowhere. Like, we in the club, like like a little lounge. He's like, so what's up? like what you doing? Like, she was here this last year. Why she ain't here? Where's she? You know what I mean? And so one of those things. And I'm like, nah, just I'll see you tomorrow, whatever. And y'all get what I'm saying. Whatever. He was asking about somebody. And he said, be careful, because every new experience that you have, now we naturally compare that person that we're going to end up with for hopefully the rest of our life to the best of each of those other people. So we remember a lot of the best things, like, dang, she don't do that like how that girl do it. She don't do that how that girl, but she do a whole bunch of other stuff overall that all of them girls, you know what I'm saying? So just be careful of that, because then that happens with men and women, you know what I'm saying? We date so long, now it's making it harder for that long-term relationship to actually work out, because we're comparing that person to so many different experiences and people. So I don't know. He told me that, and I was like, damn, like.
But that's my point. You said that earlier too. You're like, bro, if you don't see the indication that this could go somewhere, don't even waste your time. Because you are doing yourself a disservice, bro. The only way to get out that whole dating thing is to detox. You gotta scheme of retention, refocus your mind so you forget about certain things and certain people, and some things are hard to forget. So, it's best sometimes you don't even expose yourself to those things.
Or just tell her to
and the
pull
way
up
you
tonight
talk about
and worry
Shorty,
about that tomorrow, bro. Nah, let me stop.
Let me stop.
Worry about that tomorrow.
All right.
Man. On that note, hey, love y'all. Y'all know what it is, man. We'll tap in with y'all real soon. I don't even know if we're doing the show. We weren't supposed to do a Monday show, and I still did it last week. We'll see how it goes. All right, man. Appreciate y'all, man. My bros, man. Salute both of y'all, man. We'll see y'all soon.